go ram it. News of a Firefly reboot. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. Can't take the scare from me. Poached salad, Annie. Great, I got you, Granny. Poached salad, Annie. Great, I got your old Granny. Everybody thought it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on the chain gang. Poached salad, Annie. Great, I got you, Granny. Shoot the dinosaur, you son of a bitch.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online. Polk Salad Annie. September 21st, 2022.
Poached salad, Annie. Good, I got you, Granny. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was working on a chain gang tour. I'm eating SpaghettiOs and meatballs. You ever wondered? Here he goes. It's like the guy from Wings. Oh, what is the deal with, that old man? Like, you can microwave something in a bowl, right? That bowl will be hot as hell. But the contents won't. A lot of times contents are just warm. It'll be boiling or whatever, you stick your finger in there. Nope, cold. Don't just until you see the whites of theirs. I'm just gonna keep shooting until he gets shot. That's all I'm gonna do right there, and I tell you what. Okay. Guess I gotta go get them out of there. I wasn't aware they didn't come with me. I will come with you. Whoa, I will come with you. Old Hanson song. Will come to you. When the night is dark and empty, you won't have to reach out for me. I will come to you. Whoa, I will come to you. Na 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 na. I will come to you. Na 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 na. I don't care what people had said. I really liked Hanson's music. Flying the wings of an eagle, gliding along with the wind, no matter how high, be thinking of you the whole time. It was really uplifting. I remember one day we were at it was during high school, and this girl was like singing Bop, but she was getting the lyrics wrong because I was really particular about lyrics. You know, everyone always seems to do it wrong. So I said, "You're doing the lyrics to Bop wrong." She goes, "No, I'm not." So then we started singing it at the same time together. You know, I later found out that Hanson was kind of perturbed that people would sing their lyrics wrong for Bop. And I was right there with him. Like, nah. It didn't piss them off or anything. It just kind of like, you know, nobody paid attention to the lyrics and stuff. So they were like, huh, okay. Bop, ba doo ba da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, ba doo ba da ba doo. You have so many relationships in this life, only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife, and they turn you back, and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah, and they're gone so fast. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so hold on to the ones who really care, and in the end they'll be the only ones there. When you get old and start losing your hair, can you tell me who will still care? Yeah. Tell me who will still care. Oh, okay, yes, bop, ba doo da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, ba doo da ba
Just Call
doo.
McCower says, oh.
Oh, all right. Hello. Just call me Core. The Ragster. Crag. Leo, wayo. Skadios. When you have nothing else to eat, not even crackers, SpaghettiOs. $1 a can. Good. But do I get the little can? Hell no. I get the like 3-serving can or whatever it is. The big one. That's just more in there. Now I can eat regular SpaghettiOs, but I like the meatball ones because they make the tomato juicy stuff that's a little bit better. And it's full of sodium and fat and cholesterol and stuff that'll kill you. But generally, when the jaw and the arm and the neck start hurting,
Just Call McCower
when you
says,
do something
oh.
else. Oh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I downloaded some more leaping sounds, the different sound effects. And the Ziggy hand length thing, but it's a really long, so I don't know what to chop up or whatever to use. It's a lot of Hanna-Barbera sounds. Dun, 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 dun. It's Wednesday. It should be Resident Alien night. With Alan 2-Dick. Not 3-Dick, but 1-Dick or 2-Dick. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a damn good movie. Join Discord for community fun and promotion to LT. No, thank you. I opened up the free Emperor's Sword Elite Pack thing or whatever on Lilo, so I think now she has the Elite Sword.
Just Call McCower says,
yeah,
Resident Alien was cancelled and no more episodes are getting released.
Bullshit. It can't be canceled. It's perfect. I don't agree. Damn it, I gave her the agonizer, didn't I? Shit. She doesn't need that, or does she? No, she doesn't. It's like one of the best shows that they have on the Sci-Fi Channel right now. If it is on the Sci-Fi Channel, what channel is that? Of course, that would fit Sci-Fi's whole profile of cancel a good show, right?
Just Call McCower says, the Sci-Fi Channel doesn't exist.
The Sci-Fi Channel doesn't exist. Is Bonnie Hammer still in charge of it? Did they cancel themselves? They renamed themselves to Shitfi. This is Shitfi. I want to find. I'll probably have to run through some VHSs and find it though, because I used to always record, you know, Farscape, duh, in the commercials and stuff. So I need to find.
Just Call McCower says, the Sci-Fi Channel stopped airing content in 2009 and has never returned.
Oh, how in the hell did they do the other stuff? I've watched sci-fi shows from Sci-Fi Channel since 2009. Nine. They just called themselves something else. When they started becoming a wrestling station. When they started eating Polk salad, Annie. Get I got ya, Granny. Everybody thought it was a shame that her mama was working on the chain gang. Polk salad, Annie. Alan Tudyk. Yes, I recommend, if you have not seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, watch that shit. That's some funny shit. Funny shit. You could even use the pilot, put it and make a smiley face in the shit. Yay. But I wanted to find the Sci-Fi Channel guy and the lady. You know, Friday Prime. And this Sci-Fi. Of course, I got like Ben Browder and Gigi Edgley saying, "This is Sci-Fi." She's busy these days. She put on a concert at the Silicon Convention, or the opening number or whatever, because she sings. I got one of her USB music sticks. 'Cause I like her music. Duh, right? Scorpona likes Gigi's music. Duh. Scorpona Gigi this, Scorpona Gigi that. It's always been that, hasn't it?
Arcanoloth says, Sci-Fi Channel is an interesting case study in the changing media landscape. Just Call McCower says,
Friday Prime
https://www.youtube.com/watch B equals Tindril Ewan. Just Call McCower says, Friday Prime. Just Call McCower says, right there.
Nice. I'm gonna have to steal that audio. Because that brings back some memories, yo. Just call your core. Been looking up a lot more stuff, you know, remembering Quantum Leap and stuff, and there's a lot of inconsistencies of the past seasons and things, but they're okay.
Arcanoloth says, when Sci-Fi signed a 3 years contract with Alcon for The Expanse in 2010, cable was king, and first-run American TV rights were the bulk of the money they got paid. Next day streaming with Netflix and Amazon was a much smaller value, as the streaming market was still new.
The pissing wars.
The Terrans will be here soon. Fine.
The Terrans will be
Arcanoloth
here
says,
soon.
over the first 3 years of The Expanse on Sci-Fi, it became apparent that they had a popular show on their hands. but the audience was mostly watching it on streaming, not on sci-fi.
Well, that's their problem for putting it on streaming.
Arcanoloth says, Sci-Fi found themselves in an awkward position. They were paying for The Expanse, but nobody was watching their ads, and advertisers were pulling their orders.
Then the Borg came. Here they come.
Arcanoloth says, the audience for The Expanse were early adopters of tech, and used streaming long before the mass market did. Just Call McCower says, no, the problem is that nobody watched live TV anymore. People would rather watch content on their own time.
That is a very good point. Rather than have to scramble around to get to a TV to watch a certain show at a certain time, you just watch it whenever you felt like it.
Arcanoloth says, at Just Call McCower lots of people watched live TV during those years, just not fans of The Expanse, is the point of this story. Anyway.
The expanse in your pants. There's an expanse in your pants.
Just Call McCower says, my response was to Scorp, not to what you said.
The pants continues.
Arcanoloth says, so now here we are in 2022, and it's obvious to every dum-dum in the street that cable is dying and streaming is king. But it wasn't super obvious to cable execs in 2010.
Z Nation.
Need to get those rifts under control.
Arcanoloth says, at Just Call McCower, I mean you are right, streaming/time shifting is objectively superior to a TV, and the only people that disagree are too old to learn anything new. Ask me, I live with two of them.
They like a VCR and they antenna TV.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our system. Taking control. Projector beta.
Started to watch the new segment of Talkville today before I went to work. Didn't finish it, of course. Polk salad in it. Dude, I got you, Granny.
Arcanoloth says, but in my 38 years on this earth, I have been repeatedly reminded on a daily basis that things that are obviously self-evident to me are not always self-evident to others, so I've learned to show my work when I explain things.
It's whenever you hear a zipping sound, pants come down. You're like, okay, well, you see the tip of the penis.
Arcanoloth says, then they say I'm insulting their intelligence by going step by step and I throw up my hands.
What were those doing in there? Yeah. I call me analytical a lot of times because I tried to over-explain things with examples.
Jupiter station reports 20% of their data breach.
Arcanoloth says, some people are never happy, and it's a waste of time to try and win them over is the lesson I've learned.
Need clear on the ship to Jupiter station. under control.
Beverly Martha Falcon.
Arcanoloth says, what was I saying? Oh yeah, sci-fi figured out that people that watch science fiction don't sub to cable anymore, so they pivoted to reality TV, and The Expanse went to Amazon. As Bezos is a personal fan, he just wanted to see how long SYDFY would pay for it.
Well, I guess that's true. I did stop watching. Well, had no choice but to stop actually watching sci-fi.
Rifts are going to close themselves.
We were no longer getting our satellite and everything. Because back in the day, in the Farscape times, you had the big 6-foot dish or 8-foot, or whatever it is. The rotating one that went to galaxies, you know, it did that whole like thing. And then we had Dish Network way after that. But then we didn't have anything, so I just stopped kind of watching sci-fi. Because I had no other way of doing it. Back then, the internet connection toward the house was still dial-up.
Arcanoloth says, that's one of the business peculiarities of those cable deals. It's so time-consuming and expensive to try and set up a new one and get distribution deals. It's far cheaper to just buy an existing one and pivot.
I missed that thing. And I wired it up right, too. That guy that came up here to adjust it and stuff said I did a damn good job. We had bought it used from somebody, and they didn't have it plugged in. So my dad decided we were going to like put it in the ground ourselves outside and use bungee cords to hold it steady.
Congratulations.
So guess what? It was all over the place. It couldn't be tuned in to proper
I remember the days of people asking for cable to be unbundled and pay a la carte for only the channels you watch. Those same people are complaining streaming costs too much. Well, this is what they asked for. Turns out all those people that make the shows you like want to be paid for their work.
I thought our Janeway was annoying. Speaking of annoying, did you like the little back door I put in the station?
Enterprise is back.
Since it was put up kind of uneven, and that was what we had to deal with, so we had to dial into what we wanted to see. So the satellite guy came out, you know, the guy that worked on the rotating dishes and stuff, and I had already hooked up everything the way I thought it needed to be hooked up into the back of the satellite thing, or whatever, the receiver. And he looked at it and he said, "Who did this?" And I said, "I did." It's wrong, isn't it? I'm sorry. I just started hooking things up. He goes, "No, actually, everything's plugged into the right thing," because it wasn't really labeled. It was labeled a different thing that I wasn't aware of. Like, you know, it didn't say like antenna, you know, and all that, or input, whatever. It just had like numbers and shit, and no color coordination. And I just said I did what I thought would just made sense. And all he did was like align it.
Says, I'm a dirty freeloader cause I'm poor, but I'm not under any illusions the people that decide what shows to make give a crap about my opinion like the Reddit crowd does. If you aren't paying, you aren't the customer, you are the product being sold to advertisers. Tichum says, antenna.
Antenna! Deechum. Hello there.
Arcanoloth says, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome. Hello there. Welcome to the
Tichum
Misfits.
Says, nice.
We are the Misfit Toys.
Tichum says, thanks.
So we mostly got like the galaxies were like G20, G21, 19, 13, whatever like that. You know, you type it into the remote and the dish would actually rotate manually outside. But we couldn't pick up certain
Tichum
ones.
says, here's to the finest crew in Starfleet. Arcanoloth says, Scorp and I have fond memories of being the family antenna tech. Hold it there, Matlock is on. My arm is cramping, don't move.
Right?
Kidding me with this? My ship's
Or the whole thing is, go change the channel. Hey, get up and change the channel for me. We were the remote. Had no choice but to watch certain channels and watch certain shows. Wheel of Fortune every damn day.
Tchum says, Matlock.
Matlock. Bow, bow, now, now, now. And a griffin. The reenactment of
Arcanolo
the karate.
says, haha yes. My family basically trained me to be the IT guy, then acted surprised when I joined the army to learn IT. Now I'm going to school for CS.
The Enterprise is near Projector Gamma.
Yeah, I'm the one they come to here at home if there's ever any kind of problem with technology. I can't figure this out. Do it for me. Whatever, you know, bullshit. TV ain't working. Plug it in.
Are you kidding me with this? My ships make me invincible. Give up already.
It's like the antenna up on top of the house isn't picking up correctly anymore. What's going on with it? I said it's bent to hell and back.
Arcanoloth says, I say, if you are good at something, never do it for free.
Right.
Tchum says, Risian Corvette is pretty cool.
Yes, I totally agree. I'm not even paying attention to the game, really. This is just my daily thing. This is taking a little bit longer than normal. I guess I should have really paid attention and helped out.
Arcanoloth says, when you gotta go fast.
When you gotta go fast, go as slow as possible. Ugh.
Back in a bit. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Yes, ma'am, sir. You just move right along, sir. Photon torpedo.
Enterprise is going for Projector Alpha.
Okay. Shield ships.
Initiating your attack on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
Ugh.
Arcanoloth says, too many auto heat effects in this game that ignore defense rating completely. You can hit the afterburners, fly out of range, and the animation will curve and accelerate to hit you because it's already calculated the hit.
I know, right? I hate that
outrun a
shit.
torpedo.
It's like,
Kidding me with
okay,
my ships make me
you know,
invincible.
what is that one with the ship that rams the other
Tchum
ship?
says, homing plasma bolt.
The one TFO thing where it's like, if we're not talking, we're fighting, or if we're not fighting, we're talking, or whatever, and it's like, Takuma, whatever. But when the guy says freeze program, you still get hit by everything. To me, if you're in a holodeck, it says freeze program, that should stall and stop.
Well done.
Weldon? Is that you, Weldon? Okay, this was... What do I need to get for her? 14. She's low on task force. Low on Dyson, or I mean Discovery. Temporal is not really started at all. 45 on Iconian. We'll go for Iconian. Iconian.
Arcanoloth says, any torp spread is auto heat, 0% miss chance. Once that fires, you are getting hit. You can run that torp across the map and ITLL chase you down.
Hell yeah, it will. I've seen it.
Samuraith says, Weldon you did good.
Weldon, you did good.
Tchum
Weldon.
says, that's Commander Shepard.
Commander Shepard. Alrighty. Confused face? So, Deecham, do you play Star Trek Online? And if so,
Deecham says, yes.
what
Arcanoloth says, I don't
platform?
appreciate your disingenuous allegations. Deecham says, I have Romulan, Klingon.
Klingon! Do you play on a console or PC? And if console, PlayStation or Xbox?
Deecham says, Klingon. Deecham says,
PC.
PC.
Nice. Did you recently get the 2 free
Just Call
promo
McCuller
things?
says, nobody plays on console. Arcanoloth says, me every single timer-based event, https://i.red.it/2bq2cwy1u1091.png. Arcanoloth says, at Just Call McCuller. Deecham says, temporal agent. Arcanoloth says, birds don't exist.
Birds don't exist.
Samuraith says, at Arcanoloth is experienced on the arcane.
No, there's 2 promotional packs or whatever going around where you get a.
Samuraith says, at Just Call McCuller I play console watch I mean.
Watch out, me man. You get the Steel Series code to put in to unlock some. It's either the costumes plus a bunch of like some experience and some slots for your inventory, or you get the Emperor's Sword one or Agony
says,
thing. Or
at Samuraith yup, that's how I tricked people into thinking New Zealand is a real place. Just Call McCuller says, you think you play on console but you really don't. Deecham
like
says, Deecham says, I don't think I have it.
yeah, it's an Alienware website promo code, and you can get this Mirror Universe Agony Field rifle and some slots and stuff, elite slots. And then the other
Deecham
one,
says,
the other one is Steel
says,
Series,
nice.
and on Steel Series you get a Terran costume unlock, plus slots and a few little things. They call it the Elite Service Pack, where it's just a
Samuraith
few
says,
things.
at Just Call McCuller well you know it's a square box that flashes images on a screen best walk-in impression. Deecham says, where do I get the codes?
What was the links for that? Let's go see.
Samuraith says, so if it all looks like a console sounds like a console you know it might be one. Deecham says, thank you kind sir.
Let's see. Paste that one.
Scorpwana says, https://NAAlienwarerina.com/UF/show/2165359/boards/contest and giveaway/giveaway/Star Trek Online Ascension Alienware Pack Key Giveaway. Samuraith says, Archer go home. Just Call McCuller says, why do my Sam Beckett commands never work? Arcanoloth says, my goal for Score channel is to get enough people in chat so the chatbot is reading non-stop, and it's not just me spamming URLs.
The Steel Series one. You got a Steel Series website.
Scorpwana says, https://steelseries.com/gg. Arcanoloth says,
The imposter is not to be injured.
Arcanoloth says, on his collider.
I'm Captain Kirk! I'm Captain Kirk!
Samuraith says, he's Captain Kirk at Arcanoloth.
He's Captain Kirk.
Arcanoloth says, I don't know if Chris Pine insisted on the Galiner, but I like to believe he did.
The guy line.
Samuraith says, I am Captain Kirk.
I'm Captain Kirk. I'm Captain Kirk. No, I'm Captain Kirk. I'm Captain Kirk.
Just Call McCuller says, nobody gives a shit who the hell he is. Samuraith says, yeah, I am Captain Kirk.
You ain't Captain Kirk. Captain Kirok.
Arcanoloth says, at just call Makor. Arcanoloth says, I'm dead.
You're dead. Revive. Here, let's do this for you here. Then we'll there we go. Yep, yeah, there we are. Didn't help, did it?
Samuraith says, and Beckett will go with AL through a portal. Arcanoloth says, okay, roll call. Who needs the uni endeavor?
Well, I will eventually. When I get to my little time of the day. When I get to me, my character, my numero uno. We're kind of early on because I'm on Michael right now. Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Arcanoloth says, the head honcho. Just call Makor says, what I need is for Sam Beckett to blast ass in a toilet.
Blast ass in a toilet. Da-na-na-na-na-na. You need
Samuraith
the
says,
shit thing.
where is Cisco when you need him? Arcanoloth says, I need that Sam Beckett Taco Bell quest as a copy pasta. Samuraith says, Beckett hated the Enterprise J, so note to him smiling underscore face underscore with underscore sunglasses face underscore with underscore tears underscore of underscore joy. Just call Makor says, that is not the audio clip I want to hear.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart? I'd say you've had enough.
Use the command search then. Well, okay.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you?
Just call Makor says, command doesn't exist.
Dona eis requiem. Ie Jesu Domine. Dona eis requiem. Ie Jesu Domine. Dona eis requiem.
Mama cheddar gave
Arcanoloth says, we need a contest. Everyone submits their own take on the Quantum Leap intro copy pasta, and Scorp chooses a winner to be his archer's bio. Samuraith says, Beckett book slap.
Beckett book slap. What would the commands for Sam be? That's what I'd like to know. And do the sound request thing. Making sure that it's under at least like a minute.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Samuraith says, I need to watch that again. Scorp Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. Holy shit. Holy damn it, boy. Holy. Contest. Everyone submits their own take on Quantum Leap intro copy pasta. I choose the winner to be Archer's bio. Well, my Archer already has a bio on the game.
Samuraith says, all Quantum Leap, no Archer.
Oh boy. Oh. Uh-oh. Ow, that hurt! That hurt! That really hurt me right there. That really hurt. Damn it! Time to strike with vengeance.
Samuraith says, Archer makes me want to chew my fingernails off. I'm sorry.
It makes you want to chew your fingernails off? The character of Archer on the Enterprise? Oh, gravy. Oh, gravy, gravy. Oh, gravy, gravy.
stall was in use, facing a situation that made him moan, and driven by an unknown force below his stomach. The guy taking too long was Al, a man who had the same meal an hour before Sam was even there. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself waiting in a long line, trying to hold it in before he shits his pants, and remembering next time not to eat at this restaurant.
Samuraith says, LOL add Quantum Leap Music Scorp. Arcanoloth says, OMG it's 5000% better with the SFX.
Right? Let's see. 'Cause I played these before.
Samuraith says, ha 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 ha.
Hopped on morphine, Dr. Sam Beckett broke out of the insane asylum. Unfinished.
Arcanoloth says, never gets old.
He woke up in a straitjacket, facing hungry bums that wanted to be left alone and looking for a place to stay for the night. The only problem was Al, a rapist from a nearby prison that tried to kill Sam because he was mean and queer. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself taking it in the rear, striving to block out once it's done, and hoping that the next time won't be so painful.
Well, that's be a different though. Like the actual theme would probably get copyright claimed. But if you like throw things in there and stuff, sometimes it can skip that.
Samuraith says, AL tried to kill Sam stalking him. Arcanoloth says, the synth voice really puts it over the top.
Staying up late, getting drunk the night before, Dr. Sam Beckett suffered with a hangover. He woke up in the bathroom near the toilet, facing the mess he had made last night, and driven by an unknown urge to hurl yet again. His only help during this agony was Al, a drinking buddy from his hometown who appeared to have passed out on Sam's couch, having drank many beer. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself drinking day and night, striving to get laid by a whore, and hoping each time that his next beer won't be his last.
Let's see. Shit's Rent. I'll play Rent now.
Realizing that he was late on the rent, Dr. Sam Beckett stepped outside for a smoke and was gunned down. He woke up in a hospital, having no memory of what happened, and driven by an unknown force to shit several times a day. The man he owed the rent to is Al, the building's landlord, who would appear with a payment form that he wanted Sam to read and sign. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself broke with no money, striving to get by with what he has, and hoping that next month's rent won't be late like this month.
Damn it, that I got a few more too, you know, but I've played those before, and yeah. Got the Incredible Hulk one, I got the Superman one, an original one, another one of some sort, I can't remember. And I made all those in like one little night, like an hour, because I had the giggles. We were in the IRC chat or whatever.
Arcanoloth says, love it.
Love it and leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye, because I don't play. So there's the alternate one that I made, and the Hulk one. The Hulk one I like myself, actually.
Searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have, Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the gamma radiation chamber and boom. He woke woke up feeling different, remembering nothing about the accident, facing consequences that he could not atone, and driven by rage and pursued by an investigative reporter. A man hot on his trail is out. The investigative reporter, who continuously follows Sam wherever he may appear. And now, when Dr. Beckett grows angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs. Dr. Beckett is believed to be dead, and he must let the world think that he is dead until he can find a way to control the raging spirit that dwells within him.
Until one day Beckett will find a way to finally escape the horrible nightmare of his existence, he must keep running. There's my take.
Sam Beckett leaps from the dumpster to dumpster, scared for his life, always on the run, wanting one day to put the prison molestations behind. Sam Beckett wants to convince the world that he's dead, and the world wants him dead. Incredible Hulk TV show. Until one day when Sam Beckett finds a way to escape the horrible nightmare of his existence. That's pretty good. It could be even better, like now that there's different voices out there, because that was Microsoft Genie, or Microsoft Sam as it's called, with a genie twist to it. The old XP Microsoft ones, got to love.
Samu Wraith says, "That's my best Arcanoloth like writing, haha."
But I have all of those on my YouTube channel anyway, like the Quantum Leap intros. I even have Microsoft Agents karaoke nights, where I had Microsoft Agent sang a few songs.
Excellent work.
Like all the things she said, I have him doing that one with from Tattoo. The English version, not Yasashasuma. He's like, I'm in serious shit. I feel totally lost. If I'm asking for help, it's only because.
Arcanoloth says, "I love this format. So many directions you can run with."
Yeah, it was just fun in the past and stuff. It was hilarious. I'll play the Superman one, but I'll stop it before it gets too bad, because it does the Don Williams song.
Leaving a planet on the edge of disaster, Dr. Sam Beckett was placed inside of a small station and blasted off.
Jim says, "I think I can redeem promo codes."
You, on a planet called Earth, raised by a couple that could not have children of their own, and driven by an unknown force to fight for truth and justice.
Recognizable themes.
A man plotting against him is Al, an archenemy,
Jim says,
who attempts to kill Sam using those clothes and gear. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself leading a double life, striving to save the world whenever he's needed, and hoping one day to reveal his secret
"Such baloney,
to the
they give
woman he
PC
loves.
so many codes, whatever though, I guess."
You can do it with the Arc launcher, or you can go onto the Arc website to redeem codes. Yeah, I totally agree. I think like console should have some codes too. I don't know how they'd incorporate them, but that'd be kind of awesome. And it's really not fair that we get the codes and stuff. Yeah, I have Steam too. But years ago, they had you where you merge Steam and Arc Star Trek account or whatever. So now that Steam logs into it. But you can have the Arc client separately. That's what I do to redeem the code. Just launch it, make a new password, because I always forget whatever the password was.
Samu Wraith says, "Console is getting kinda ignored. I almost wanted to try to contact Kale, ask him why."
Sore subjects right now, you might want to wait.
Arcanoloth says, "For PC, STO codes can be redeemed via https://www.archimes.com/n/code redemption."
Yeah, that's the website link, yeah. You always have to make sure, like, it always says, like, once you've redeemed the code, it will, like, be in your game thing or whatever
Samurath
shortly,
says,
but...
yet after he had to eat crow today, Scorp, I agree, better give it time.
Oh, did something happen during the stream? They didn't name call anybody again, did they? I was watching one of MC Stu's videos, and he was really pissed on there about them changing those consoles and the ship traits and stuff like that to make it, you know, like what y'all were talking about before.
Samurath says, he admitted he didn't keep us informed as well as he could. He owned up to that.
Well, he's the community manager. It's his job to, like, you know, manage a community, keep everybody informed. But if they're not keeping him informed, that's not really his, you know, his fault, I guess. He always needs to ask them things.
Stu, I've never seen him that mad.
Right. Oh, you watched that? Yeah. Because he's, like, you know, always been pro the game and developers and stuff and, you know, things here. But when they nerfed all that stuff and people, like, paid actual money, you know.
Samurath says, yep, I did.
Yeah. Well, Arcanoloth and Murdoch's and everybody was talking about it in here and stuff. And Murdoch's is pissed as well because he puts a lot of money into this game. I don't. Because I know better. I know that they could screw you at any moment, and you can pay like thousands of dollars, and then one day someone can report you for something that's not true, and then bam, they ban your account, you know. So I'm not even going to bother, like, giving them any money. I mean, I got the legendary ships, but that was because of the dilithium grind and Zen thing that I did. Even though I did spend, like, maybe, what was it, $5, $10 to get the rest of it. But, yeah, it pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, that console and people paid a lot of cash into the game, so I totally get them being upset.
Oh, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, it's fine if they communicate that something is clearly busted and they need to change how it works for the health of the code base, but if that's not communicated, then YouTubers are going to speculate within hours of the patch, and that's how you lose control of the narrative.
It's like, lately during one of the patches, they completely turned off the Tour of the Galaxy function. And a lot of people use that to get energy credits every day. You know, or every so many hours or something like that. And they just turned it off. Then they were asked, like, why you did it. Oh, yeah, we turned that off because we were fixing something, and we just never turned it back on. Like, what? I wonder if it's in there yet.
Samurath says, but they broke that console. Arcanoloth, yet totally get their anger.
Okay, they fixed it. Here it is, back again. Or they turned it back on. I guess everybody was complaining enough. Apparently, Tour of the Galaxy was mixed in with a different function in the game too, to where when they turned off that to work on something, it also turned off Tour of the Galaxy, so when they turned the other thing back on, it left it off. Such bullshit answers. That's one of the things I think they have a problem with in this game, though. Everything's kind of tied together in the spaghetti code, as it's been said. Nothing is like its own little function. It's like got multiple little mean things here and there just mixed around. It's like when they've never worked or done anything on Dyson before, they just changed something somewhere else.
Guess Scorp, they didn't expect a unanimous response like that to happen.
Right. They didn't expect to piss everybody off.
Arcanoloth says, at Samurath, yet, I'm not saying nothing can ever be nerfed, cause sometimes a nerf is the simplest solution to a balance problem by far, so I'm not willing to say they should never do it under any circumstances, but people hate nerfs, so you need to communicate why that is happening.
Yeah. Or like MC Stu said, you know, they didn't actually nerf it, they killed it. Like, you know, they didn't dial it down any, they dialed it dead. So, like, non-existent. But I don't know exactly what it is because I don't have it. It's one of the consoles of one of the ships that you get that's pretty good about damage and stuff and stackable. But the whole Dyson thing, like when it actually broke that time, they weren't working on anything in Dyson. They were doing something way the hell somewhere else, and it broke it to where if your character was in the Dyson ground battle, it would crash the game when you tried to load it. And so for like, what was it, a few days, nobody could access their characters unless you had one that wasn't in Dyson. And the thing was, like I said, they weren't even working on anything in Dyson. They were working on some other part of the game, but it just so happened to share a code that went with Dyson, like a little function that's a subroutine somewhere in the code, and they didn't realize that it affected it because they didn't test it.
At Arcanoloth, not to mention, and I looked at what Spencer showed on the numbers, it went from being strong to worthless completely, so yeah, not opposed to nerfs, but ruining it yet to me not okay.
And I think it was when I was watching MC Stu's thing, and he was showing a little bit about like video clips of that the Ambassador Kale stream or whatever. He said flat out that they don't test a lot of what they do. They'll like change a few characters here and there, like to change the numbers and whatnot, but they won't thoroughly test it. They'll throw it in there. If it works for them, great. Okay, let's put it out there or whatever, instead of thoroughly going through all the little scenarios. But again, that's what you usually do if you have, like, say, a beta of a game or whatever.
Says, if the DPS crowd say the Agony remod was bad for them Ada, I take their word for it. They've proved they are willing to do a math homework assignment just for a Reddit post, which is more work than Cryptix Systems team puts in.
Right. Yeah, like game testers and stuff, when they have like the alpha versions or beta versions of games, that's what they're there for, like to test out the bugs and the situations and stuff, like movie screeners, for people who want to get like what they think of movies and stuff, so they make a final product pretty good. But they're always working on this game, updating little things here and there. And if you put something in the game and you leave it that way for like years, and then all of a sudden you just decide, oh well, we screwed up, let's change that.
The thing that blew me away, Scorp, one of those items been on the market 2 years, man, how did they not catch it sooner? To me it's irresponsible the way they done things. Whoever is testing things is not keeping up with things well at all. Tchum says, I didn't have the Arc ACCT link to Steam. Tchum says, I have no way to log into Arc.
You can
Arcanoloth says, I'm still in Trig class, not to calculus yet, so anyone whips out limits in a StoBuilds post, I defer to their wisdom. Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith I hear ye. Bugs have been in the game since alpha.
This is the alpha game. Ditchum, can you log into the Arc game website though? Like, get in there any kind of way you can.
Ditchum says, no.
Not at all? Like, if you go to...
Ditchum says, I don't have the account. Ditchum says, I can load the website.
That's crazy. I would think it'd be something like whatever your @ name in the game actually is, like what you log into the game as, because it still has the login information.
Samuraith says, the testers need to be doing much better, so yet and Triz wasn't super happy either, Scorp, so yet entire community not happy.
Oh, I didn't even watch Triz's responses or anything like that. I didn't think about it. Yeah, he's really into that. Augie and all them are into that stuff really big time. Well, do you remember like any kind of email address that you may have used to at one time, if you don't have the account, or you don't have that account or an account at all? Is that what you're saying?
Ditchum says, I don't. Tichum says, I don't remember email address.
Ew. What about like your in-name game?
Tichum says, it's okay, I'll look around.
So I don't know if like the in the game
Tichum
name
says,
could be the same.
I know the in-game name.
Well, how many email addresses do you have out there? You like probably can go to a few if they don't automatically delete. If it's a Gmail account, they archive that, so that all the information would still be there unless it's been deleted. To where you can just go in there and search, say like ARC or whatever, Star Trek Online. Realizing that he was late on the rent, Dr. Sam Beckett.
Paranoid that he was going to lose his job, Dr. Sam Beckett jumped off in the quantum leap accelerator and this a fucking fear. He woke up with a migraine, talked out of his mind like he was crazy or some shit. Saying things that didn't make a damn bit of sense. His only buddy that would listen to him was Al, an imaginary friend he would go out and get drunk with that would appear in hallucinations that Sam could only see and hear. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself unemployed looking for a job, searching for work wherever he can. And hoping each time that his next paycheck won't be the last one.
Paranoid that he was going to lose his job. Then you have the original one.
Theorizing that one could time travel within his own lifetime, Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the quantum leap accelerator and vanished. He woke to find himself trapped in the past, facing mirror images that were not his own, and driven by an unknown force to change history for the better. His only guide on this journey is Al, an observer from his own time, who appears in the form of a hologram that only Sam can see and hear. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself leaping from life to life, striving to put right what once went wrong, and hoping each time that his next leap will be the leap home.
There is no best one. Because I'm not good at making good things.
Good morning, Vietnam! Get off the damn shit!
Just Call Makora says, him taking a shit is the best one.
Oh, the Dumb and Dumber shit clip.
Quickly figuring out that the tacos gave him the shits, Dr. Sam Beckett searches for a toilet.
Sammy Wraith says, getting stalled by AL to not get raped.
He came to find that the only stall was in use, facing a situation that made him moan, and driven by an unknown force below his stomach. The guy taking too long was Al, a man who had the same meal an hour before Sam was even there. And so Dr. Beckett finds himself waiting in a long line, trying to hold it in before he shits his pants, and remembering next time not to eat at this restaurant.
You like the rapist one?
Hopped up on morphine, Dr. Sam Beckett broke out of the insane asylum and vanished. He woke up in a straitjacket, facing hungry bums that wanted to be left alone and looking for a place to stay for the
I
night.
understand being mad about spending money on stuff that does not
The
work.
only problem was Al,
Earlier today I
a
spent
rapist
$80
from a nearby
on some
prison
goddamn
that
Pearson
tried to
rental
kill
codes,
Sam
so I
because
could
he was
log
mean
into
and
their
queer.
website to take a test for my math class.
And so Dr. Beckett
Let me
finds
tell ya,
himself taking it in
fucking
the
thing
rear,
sucks. None of the
striving to
multiple
block out
choice
once it's
answers would
done,
select,
and
so I
hoping
nearly
that the
failed that
next
test.
time won't be so painful.
I understand being mad about spending money on stuff that does not work. Earlier today, I spent $80 fucking dollars on some goddamn Parson rental code, so I could log into their
Sam Wraith
website and
says,
take
now I hear Jenny
tests
telling
for
Sam run.
my math class. Let me tell you, fucking thing sucks. None of the multiple choice answers were selected, so I nearly failed the test. Multiple choice.
Fucking thing sucks!
Arcanoloth says, just call McCower says, what sucks is that
Goddamn
Nvidia is a
right.
shit fucking company now upgrading the XX70 model cards to XX80 model 12GB cards, so all of their cards will be over $1,000.
Is that because of the VGA problem or whatever?
Arcanoloth says, nothing like a 2-hour time limit slowly counting down as I yell at my monitor because none of the answers will save.
God, man, I hate it whenever shit like that happens. It's almost like that one customer that got pissed off because from Dollar General.
Arcanoloth says, at Just Call McCoy they do it because people pay for it. If nobody paid they have to change.
Now get off the shed!
There was a customer that was kind of upset with the company, the way it did something or whatever. So he was going to do one of those the surveys on the receipt. He goes to the website. You know, there's a big thing for a paragraph there. He starts typing. And he said, whenever he was done, he pressed submit, and it said that his session had timed out. So then he was pissed off about something else of the company. So that was years ago. Just imagine, like, trying to, like, message someone a grievance about something and their session timeout. A way to slap somebody in the face right there. I get to work with a different individual on Saturday. We have a transferee from another store. They want me to work with them first. I'm thinking, okay, well, I've been through like a few dozen people as it is, so we'll go ahead. I think, what is like, maybe 40-something people that I've actually worked with over the years. Probably.
Just Call McCower says, also, Twitch is a shit company and you should stream to YouTube gaming instead.
YouTube only? I actually did try to do YouTubes, but there was some sort of an issue.
Arcanoloth says,
so you think changing over to YouTube would be better? Would it automatically save the stuff? And do they do like multiple thingies? Because you know I'm not in it for like the money or anything like that. So that wouldn't bother me at all. I've just like the sizes. You know, like, you know, for you, for instance, back when and also like you now, you know, just call me Quarter. If it's a 720
Samurai
thing,
says,
then it won't.
at Arcanoloth, yeah, when you pay for a ship and a console, and a lot of times people pay for a console and the thing is not what it was or what was advertised, yeah, completely get the frustration. That almost sounds like false advertising.
Well, yeah, it's like MC Stu had said. You know, if you have a product that's out there and you create, you know, people buy it, but you know that you're going to change it in like 2 months or something.
I don't know about better, but Twitch released a blog this morning spitting in the face of all their partners, and honestly with drama that happened this week and other things in the past. I just want Twitch to die.
Really? I didn't know anything like that happened. They released a big old blog spitting in the face of their partners. I like the people like that actually make the content and whatnot. Twitch partners and not like advertisement partners. Wow.
Samuraith says, Just call Makoor. Doubt that'll happen. Twitch is too big now.
They're too big for their britches. Heart and soul, I fell in love with
Just
you.
call Makoor
Heart
says,
and soul.
Blockbuster was too big to fail and look what happened to them.
You see what happens? You see what happens, Blockbuster?
Arcano
You see what
Loath
happens?
says, yeah, I don't want to make light of people spending money on Stowe, that's their choice, but this Pearson code was a requirement of my math class. If I want to pass the class, I have to take my testies in this website, and I need this class for my major, so gotta do it. Doesn't matter if I like it or not. Arcano Loath says, wow, that typo.
You check your testes in there, damn it. You go in there and show them you're a man. Oh, shit. That's funny. Excuse me while I whip this out. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alright.
Samu Wraith says, that was a obsolete product, different thing. Just call Makoa. This with Twitch supporting cooking, chatting, board games, travel now and so on. Doubt Twitch is going anywhere. Arcano Loath says, need the Super Mario World theme played on farts.
Fart, 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 fart. Well, I've got the thing that I've been playing with, which I haven't done anything with again. It's John Goodman, you know, from Big Lebowski scene of You See What Happens, Larry, saying fuck 3 times, but it's in the theme song of Mario. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. So farts instead, like. Somebody probably already has that out there somewhere. Gotta have it out there. You can see that GIF image of Mario one-upping Peach. The theme song goes fuck, 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 fuck.
Samu Wraith says, DVD rentals were on their way out anyway, with COVID and online getting more a push, so yeah, Twitch and Blockbuster, 2 different situations.
A push for more internet. Faster and faster we go. More input, more information. More speed in our heads. More brain capacity. More input, more knowledge, more input, more input.
Arcano
faster,
says,
faster.
Twitch is market leader in streaming because they were the first mover and attracted that early critical mass of eyeballs before anyone else. Then Amazon bought them, so they are too big to fail, and they have a product that sells itself with very little work on their part. So their staff is highly motivated to tell themselves just so stories about how their irrelevant opinions and policies are fundamental to the site's success, so they can take personal credit. Arcano Loath says, pride goeth before the fall.
And then you got people like that Amurathinith.
Tichum says, https://steamcommunity.com/app/9900/5487063042646514019/.
www.com.
That basically tells me I can't log in. Samu Wraith says, now you need the movie Short Circuit input.
Right.
Arcano Loath says, you've surely noticed this. There is an entire genre of books written by rich people, where they engage in storytelling about why they are rich. I stood on my head every morning for 10 minutes before class in college, and now I am a billionaire. You can too, and college students are standing on their heads cause they read the book. Just Call Makoor says, Blockbuster's problem wasn't that it was obsolete. There is still a demand for physical media,
They disabled
even today.
it?
Their problem was that they refused to adapt to the changing internet, and when they finally decided to change things up, it was too late. Twitch is doing the same exact thing right now.
They disabled the ability to
listen to their
link
partners and not changing. If Google actually made an attempt to improve YouTube, they could easily knock Twitch on their ass. Arcanoloth says.
They can
Samu
improve
Wraith
by
says,
removing
the only way
DCMA.
Twitch will fade you guys is if a better product emerges. Tchim says, yet.
My goodness, that is such
Arcanoloth
bullshit.
says, Kodak saw an early digital camera in 1995, said it was too bulky and the battery sucked. Nobody wants this. 10 years later, Kodak was gone. Tchim says, I got FD.
That sucks ass. That you can't link them together anymore. Why? Because someone posted because of bugs? Surely they got some bugs fixed by now, right? They have to. I need to look at something when I get the opportunity here. Because that just isn't right. I mean, you should be able to still like link the two
says,
together.
At Samu Wraith another good point. Reddit took off when Dig fucked up. Same for MySpace and FB. IBM was king but missed the boat on PCs and Apple and MS moved in and ate their lunch.
I barely have
Humans
MySpace
are lazy
anymore.
and complacent. Samu Wraith says, physical media isn't as high demand as you think.
My God, MySpace turning into music only was such a bullshit thing. Everyone had their space on the internet. And then here comes Facebook. And then along came Jones. I didn't gather up any of those. Seriously? I didn't get a damn one of them. One damn minute, missy. One damned minute. Double dumbass on you. Oh, it's about to bust off, isn't it? Yep, that right there is about to get captured. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize 1,000,000,000 times. Sodomus Jackson. Sodomus. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town.
Arcanoloth says, I have zero faith in Google to manage YT in a way that is innovative. They are too large and the culture is too risk-averse to see the next thing before it happens.
Hell, they got a quantum
They
computer
are mostly
anyway.
reactive to things like Twitch and TikTok. Samu Wraith says, and YouTube seems to have minimal motivation to expand toward what Twitch is doing, so I don't see it. Just call Makor.
Don't take the girl. I want your command credits. You will give them to me. Yes.
Arcanoloth says, TikTok wasn't the first site of its kind. Remember Vine? It shut down because it failed to attract advertisers. Then TikTok did the exact same thing but with Chinese money to buy views until it was profitable, and that worked.
For real,
Just Call Makor says, I never said there was a high demand for physical media. I said that it was still in demand and thus not obsolete. My point is that Twitch is not too big to fail. Twitch can fail and will if someone tosses enough money at competition, because in the past other companies deemed too big to fail have failed.
Oh, can you say that Dollar General's too big to fail? Please? I want them to fail.
All 3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
Those bastards send us too many pillows. We got like about 150 damn pillows in our store that have nowhere to go.
Says, at Samu Wraith there just isn't an structural incentive for people with good jobs and stock options to rock the boat at the mothership.
Rock the boat.
It takes hungry people, like this startup has to work or I starve hungry, to motivate people to do the hard work. Tchim says, https://support.archimedes.com/hc/enus/articles/36004500287 Steam linking issues. Tchim says, yet. Tchim says, disabled in 2020. Tchim says, F. Arcanoloth says, RIP.
I mean, there's got to be a damn way to like do something then about not really linking but enabling the codes and stuff. I mean, even though like they're separate, Stowe can still be ran from Arc, right? Like the Arc launcher. Let me look at this. Because I still have the Arc launcher. Duh. I clicked it and it went the other way.
Inverted Paradox says, all hail.
All hail the monkey man, the monkey man, the monkey man. Because if you can launch it through Arc, but you'd still have to have your your login though. I am the idiot man, the idiot man, the idiot man. Connecting to account. Okay, Star Trek Online install.
Arcanoloth says, someone on Reddit claimed they went back and forth with Epic about their claim they wanted to support existing Arc accounts for their Epic exclusive STO deal, and throw the blame on Arc for not having an API, until they pointed out Arc does have an API, and the Epic rep finally admitted yeah we just didn't feel like doing that. Tchum says, I don't have Arc account. Tchum says, so there is no way to log in using Arc Launcher.
Well, what if you created... I'm trying to think of solutions, and I can't at the... Damn it, when I'm playing the game, I can't think. What's wrong with me? Epic failed in Arc? Epic and Arc failed? Well, I say, like... Anyway, get those codes now anyway so they can use them eventually. Because there's got to be a solution somewhere happening. Somehow. Not now, but maybe in the future.
Arcanoloth says, now that is a good question. Is Gearbox maintaining the Arc system for NA/EU customers or are they migrating that to another system? Tchum says, Nat, it's okay Scorp. Tchum says, yeah I got the codes. Tchum says, thank you.
I just hate that there's a problem that can't be solved. There's got to be a way, like, to do something.
Arcanoloth says, my understanding is they are maintaining but I haven't heard any news.
I figured Gearbox would, like, phase them out. You know, get rid of the Arc launcher altogether and just,
Back to your stations. The bots have returned.
I don't know, Gearbox doesn't have a thing, right? Like an actual separate installation where it manages games like Arc and Steam and all those do.
Samuraith says, at Just Call Makora look at that what was it that other streaming gaming service it went belly up a year or two ago and they all ran back to Twitch then they said Facebook gaming was going to be the best big streaming thing and it can't keep up so yeah it's going to have to be huge if Twitch is upended or Twitch literally implodes and I doubt it anytime soon. As for physical media sure there's a demand but it's fading. As for Blockbuster people found it cheaper to pay one time. Just Call Makora says, I got your thing in my Gearbox. Arcanoloth says, long term, they may yet. Short term, may be more trouble than it's worth to shake up each dev house with more tasks. I think Arc is the standard for now. Samuraith says, than to rent a streaming service.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up...
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith it just costs way too much cash to build a video streaming service for anyone outside of the top 10 tech companies to even consider doing it. Microsoft tried and gave up. That should tell you something.
What if, like... Where in Steam is that stuff anyway? Interface, count.
Samuraith says, at Arcanoloth yet I watched it happen.
Security status. The Decepticons. I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more because I cannot accept the fact that that can't work anymore, or some way around it. I don't know why. I have this problem. There's got to be a way.
Samuraith says, everyone ditched Twitch and I was like oh wow.
Oh my god, they killed Twitch. You bastard! Oh, guy mod.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Arcanoloth says, yeah, props to the streamers that were big enough to write pay-to-play contracts with Mixer, then get bought by FB and turn down a big money offer from FB in favor of buying out their contract and walking with a few million in their pocket, and they are a free agent. Arcanoloth says, not bad for a few months' work.
You know, I always kind of feel like when y'all are like discussing things, and I'm not really part of the conversation because I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry, but I feel like y'all are on stage, like talking, you know, to us as a group, and I'm one of the idiots that's like making jokes with someone sitting next to me, kind of situation. That's kind of how I feel. Like making faces or something with just cracking up, not even paying attention. And I don't mean not to pay attention. I just...
Arcanoloth says, NP Scorp, just making convo.
Y'all are good at making conversations, I have to say that. I'm here to just give you video feed. I like the conversations. Even though I don't follow a lot of them, I think they're pretty cool. Calling all toys, calling all toys, calling all toys. So I'm not hip to all this jive talk, you know, about Twitch and whatnot. But I did try, like, when I first started streaming.
Arcanoloth
I wanted
says,
to pick, like, which one
now
was the best.
I'm wondering, if you made a dedicated pocket healer for space, what would that look like? Arcanoloth says, digging wiki now.
Pocket healer?
Samuraith says, at Arcanoloth, yet I watched one guy who went Facebook gaming 8 months, he came back to Twitch or YouTube.
I wouldn't want to do Facebook, that's for damn sure. But when I first started streaming, I tested it out on both. I tested it on YouTube with like a 10-minute test to see how well it streamed. And not to have an audience or anything, but just, you know, the quality of it. And it kept having like drop sessions, frames, and whatnot. I could not get it to do right. And Twitch was the only one that stayed within reason. And
Samuraith says, yes, Corp, I don't like the interface.
Interface. Mark Zuckerberg. You see they're like releasing some sort of a new VR Facebook metaverse stuff or whatever now.
Samuraith says, that makes me think Taser Face Scorp LOL.
Taser Face?
Arcanoloth says, yeah, like if you roll medic in Team Fortress 2, you pocket someone, that's your main target for heals and Uber charges. Your main utility to the team is to keep them from dying and Ubering them through tough spots so they can keep killing the enemy team. Your offensive weapons are weak by comparison. You might finish off a wounded enemy with them, but in a 1v1 situation you are probs dead, so you stay in the pocket.
Pocket. Prison wallet. God, that SpaghettiOs got me loopy. It filled my stomach too tightly.
Arcanoloth says, haha yup. Inverted Paradox says, Arcanoloth likes talking.
Lewis! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! Mommy!
Arcanoloth says,
Mama!
Made me think.
Mama!
Dedicated healer
Mama!
building space and stuff.
Ma!
What's that
Ma!
look like?
Ma!
Samu Wraith says,
Ma!
I like talking
Mom!
to.
Mom! Mom!
A mage.
Mom! Mummy! Mummy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Hi.
That'd be
Samu Wraith says,
a mage,
I'd
right?
like a dedicated support in Stowe at Arcanoloth.
Shut up!
Damn it. You made me laugh. It's totally random. Tom Hanks saying shut up on Castaway.
Samu Wraith says, that was to the tape LOL.
I love it.
Arcanoloth says, at Samu Wraith support is more broad. They can buff you, debuff enemies, even tanks so you don't get target. Inverted Paradox says, it just works.
Space magic. Remember, magic and martial arts can kick Superman's ass. I don't buy it for a damn second.
Just Call Makoer says, but if you stick with me, I'm gonna accomplish great things, Morty, and you're gonna be part of M. And together we're gonna run around, Morty, we're gonna do all kinds of wonderful things, Morty. Just you and me, Morty. The outside world is our enemy, Morty, we're the only friends
Michael
we've got,
Myers.
Morty. It's just Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty and their adventures, Morty. Rick and Morty forever and forever 100 years Rick and Morty. Some things. Samu Wraith says, at Arcanoloth like FF14 or WoW with their classes. Just Call Makoer says, me and Rick and Morty running around A&D. Rick and Morty time, A all day long forever. All A, 100 days Rick and Morty. Forever 100 times. Over and over Rick and Morty, adventures.com. www.rickandmorty.com www. Rick and Morty Adventures. 100 years. Every minute rickandmorty.com, www 100 times. rickandmorty.com. Arcanoloth says, at Samu Wraith ultimately, the math of Stowe builds works out in favor of killing enemies being the most effective form of team support, but you can veer off into other forms of support for elite content. Tchum says, FFS.
For fuck's sake. I wrote that on the whiteboard in the break room at work one day. Everybody was saying, what's that mean? I said, do you really want to know? They said, yeah, and I said, okay, for fuck's sake. Get that off the board right now.
Samu Wraith says, at Arcanoloth, well, I do like carrier builds, they're cool, but yet I forget what you're saying. Guess sometimes I like the idea of supporting my team cause I did that.
Shut up!
Games.
Damn, it did it again. Wow, to be so random and have like hundreds of sounds, it played the same one. That's why I don't think the randomizer thing actually randomizes
Samu
as
Wraith
much
says,
as it should.
wow again.
Yeah, it's something to do with Python's randomizer. To me, it's not as random as it should be.
Arcanoloth says, at Samu Wraith, yeah, it's sad that Stowe kicks anything off meta in the dick so regularly, especially pet spam builds.
Dickless over here shut off the main unit. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. Get your trash off my field. Get your trash. Get your trash off my field, my trash. Get your trash out of here, your trash.
Just Call Makoer says, it is because it is impossible for computers to truly calculate randomness. I watched a video on it a couple years ago.
Well, in IRC and PHP and Perl, the randomizer on there would actually be more random than Python. Like, if you give Python a choice between 1 and 2,
says,
it'll go after
at
1
Arcano
no
Loath
matter
agreed
what.
It's sad. This is what I hoped Gearbox would gradually start improving things.
Which is really sad. I mean, it shouldn't, like, just pick 1. So, in order to pick 1 or 2 more randomly,
says, but I'm trying to not lose hope.
You have to give it, like, say 100 ones and 100, or, well, 50 ones and 52s to get it to have more of a chance to say 2. And that's one of the things that's a pain in the ass on this randomizing thing. It's got its own built-in random thing, too. So you can't just do whatever. Well, you probably could. I mean, there's the whole calculating random odd and even thing, but yeah, I could probably figure that out.
Arcano Loath says, in math, the word random has a very specific meaning that becomes important if you are doing strong crypto. For casual use that does not need to stand up to a state-level actor poking at it, the pseudo-random generators most languages use is fine. Samurai says, did you do your temporal scorp?
Yes. I did the temporary thing today. The event thing, or whatever it is. Emperor's Wheel. If that's what you mean, I did that. I'm behind, though, because I keep forgetting to do it a few days. I think I'm behind. I'm not sure. I know I'm behind at least a day, because I forgot to do it one day.
Samurai says, so good music.
You can tie that in with the short skirt and long jacket by Cake. That would work because they have like the trumpet noise at first or whatever. It goes do 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 do.
Are you on your feet all day? Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need my hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy.
You don't just $19.99.
You don't need all these. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Billy Mason. Are you on your feet all day? All day? For just $19.99.
Samurai says, that you wouldn't have run another minute, you should just call McCower.
Damn it. That's an asshole move, but man, it made
Samurai
me laugh.
says, impatience.
He did that on purpose. Just imagine somebody trying to quietly listen to the radio, listen to their favorite music, and Billy Mays shit starts up like that. I can't help but laugh. I mean, what's that do with everybody using the same suit? The hell is this guy got on his back?
Samurai says, if I could then you'd get Bazinga command from Third Rock from the Sun spammed. Arcano Loath says, see, this is why we do not have a message queue, so we can enjoy Kirk facing down the Doomsday device while he listens to the Billy verse over his commune theater. Oh, shit. Samurai says, an ID do IT while just call McCower has a command too.
A little bit, but I was told that I could listen to the radio at a reasonable volume from 9 to 11.
Yeah, no, I know you're allowed to. I was just thinking maybe like
Goddamn right.
personal favor.
Well, I told Bill that if Sandra's going to listen to her headphones while she's falling, then I should be able to listen to the radio while I'm collating. So I don't see why I should have to turn down the radio because I enjoy listening
at Samu Wraith anyone,
volume.
Thanks.
and I mean anyone, calls for crack rocks from my son clips to be added, I will spam them non-stop until they are removed or I get banned. Either way we go down shooting.
Going down shooting. I should have made like a way to track what commands we're playing and like seeing how many times they're triggered. You know? Like a data thing. Data. But I'm lazy, so I haven't done anything like that. Because on my days off, I tend to sleep more.
Samu Wraith says, at Arcanoloth I guess I just like to hear all of them, not have them overlap. Arcanoloth says, yes Corp, that's a neat idea. Log each time a clip is played and look at what's most popular. Just Call Makover says, my thing is in general I only ever use one command and I only use it when the opportunity is best. I used to do 3 commands but I cannot stack commands anymore, so my flow for GFD and Butters was ruined.
Butters. Yeah.
Arcano
Because they
Loath
use the
says,
same player
at
now.
Samu Wraith, yeah, there is merit to a message queue for sure. But the schadenfreude of unexpected mashups is neat. Samu Wraith says,
Bad
Kirk stare.
Bad Kirk stare. Yeah, every video uses the same player scene / source. And Butters used a separate one all to its own before, but now it doesn't. That's why it was able to do that.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho! Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha. Random only goes for audio, though.
Just Call Makover says, fuck you Charles.
What the hell? What are you talking about, the new king? Someone told me today that all of the kings that were Charleses or whatever like that before Charles III, which would only be 2 of them, all had bad luck or whatever, or bad fates or something like that.
Samu Wraith says, and no Billy Mays gets slapped, what blasphemy.
Billy Mays will return. I should have like a timer for Billy Mays every 20 hours, like on stuff. Wouldn't that be funny? There'd be a good portion of the day where you couldn't use him at all. He has to like reload. Recoke. We'll call it recoke.
Just Call Makover says, no, it would not be funny.
You'd have to recoke in order to be playable. Or only once per stream, like a counter thing gets, he gets blocked or whatever. He gets cock blocked. Billy Mays is on the bench. Billy Mays is available.
Samu Wraith says, or have Billy Mays shut up by Pixared.
Picard? Shut up, Billy. Shut up, Billy. Nobody can shut the Billy Mays up. His voice extends throughout the universe in such a loud manner. Voice projection.
Shut up, Wesley.
That's his thing.
Arcanoloth says, need a sound clip where he snorts a big line, says ooh that really opens up the sinuses. Billy Mays is back in business, baby.
Oh, Billy Mays. Didn't he name his son like another Billy? Because he was like Billy Mays Jr., right? And then he named his son like Billy Mays the Third. So we've still got a Billy Mays.
Tichum says, sorry to keep bitching, but there's more.
Oh, keep
Tichum
on going,
says,
man.
https://steamcommunity.com/apps/9,900/discussion/0/5487063042647135716571655/ CTP equals 2.
I don't mind all
Arcano
that.
Loth says, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Tichum says, a lot of people having similar issue.
Son of a gun. Is it recent? Okay, I haven't clicked on that. Or is it like from just 2001 or something? Ugh. Damn it. Well, there's got to be like a way somehow to still use that code.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Tichum says, I think it's a lot of people after 2020.
Whenever they did that.
Arcano Loth says, a lot of people have issues. Some of them post in Steam community. Tichum says,
Get all steamed
everything
up.
else works except for redeeming code.
Because it has to have ARC in order to do that, because
Tichum
the game
says,
runs through that.
Oh well, that's that.
That's really sad. I hate that could be the end of something great. Or the end of a beginning that could have happened, kind of thing. And like, you know, what if new players that come out there and they can't link their accounts together?
Arcano says, I'm not sure if Steam or Arc or Cryptic can fix their life issues, cause if they thought posting on Steam community was an efficient use of their time, might wanna get checked for brain worms.
Brain worms. Brain worms. The kind from Wrath of Khan.
Darmok and
Tichum
Jalad
says,
at Tanagra.
my brain worms are fine. Thank you very much.
Jack and Enos on the mountain.
Just Call Makor says, I don't get what the issue is. I must have missed a part of this conversation. I am a Steam Stow player and have no issues redeeming codes.
But did you have an ARC account? Because I noticed that your name in the game, you don't have the number thing after that, which means you played Star Trek Online or signed up for it before a certain time.
Clip where Khan orders the Reliant commander to kill Kirk and he's sweating.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. But that would only mean like that you've attempted Stow like way back in the day, like at 2012 or 2014 or something like that. Because the numbering thing didn't happen, I think, until later. Like my name.
Tichum says, I have number thing and I started playing Stow from Steam.
Yeah, see, that's the
Tichum
same
says,
thing I did.
This year.
Well, I started on the ARC
Arcano
first
says,
and then went to Steam.
I use Steam. Linked my ACCT back when they tried to make us all do that.
Yeah, it was kind of
Still
forced
works for
upon
me,
us.
But apparently they disabled linking so new players can't do it.
Yeah, didn't they like force that linking on us? We couldn't play the game until we linked. Like it just popped up this thing on the screen about linking your accounts.
Tichum has started stalking you.
Stalker!
Welcome.
Thank you for the
Loth
stalking.
says, they highly encouraged you to do it.
Thank you for the follow. You did not have to, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I played. There are no help commands. There's commands though, like you can type just ! commands, and it take you either to.
Just Call Makor says, I never touched Stow before this year that I am aware of. Maybe I played some other MMO that the company made and there is some crossover from that.
Did you ever play that Neverwinter?
Says, LMAO.
Core, did you ever play Neverwinter? Or whatever that game is. It's the other one, so that could be it.
Just Call McCower says, yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you played that, and it gave you that name and your ability to do that. You probably did. You play it through Steam or Arc? Because that probably was before Steam had even Stowe on there.
Arcana Loth says, Neverwinter is their biggest game, Stowe and Chamo Iron still exist. Magic Legends shut down. Just Call McCower says, everything I play is through Steam for the most part.
So never like Arc then. So that would be why you don't have like the numbers out beside your name. I wish I didn't have the numbers.
Says, City of Heroes shut down.
I wish there was a way I could do away with the numbering thing for myself. It's like we're stuck over here. Nice. We shall figure this out. I don't believe there's a way that it just stops like that. Or isn't available, because they wouldn't want to do that to like even new players.
Streamlabs says, hate what you see? Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription. Just Call McCower says, City of Heroes is a game I played many years ago that was not on Steam. Tichum says, in the meantime I'm gonna blast Tifo.
Gonna blast that Tifo up in his ass.
3 silos are under Allied control.
Oh,
excellent work.
Ball sack. Where my ball sack from the front to back.
Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana are you about to be done?
No, damn
Arcana
it.
Loth says, so anyways, I started blasting.
Blasting. Command center. Do 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 poo poo do.
Congratulations.
Jim says, Emma blastin'.
So that would probably be like, if it's at City of Heroes, that could have been the
Paradox
thing.
says, shit.
Shit. Tish. Shite. Shawshank Redemption.
Arcana Loth.
I choose you!
Oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that? You ran off a very interesting person. What was her name?
Stream Elements says, at Tchum, you can find a list of all commands here https://streamelements.com/scorpwana/commands.
I would ignore Stream Elements because it really doesn't have much of anything there. The other one, though, is my personal website that has actually all of the commands. All the fun ones, like the sounds and stuff. Which is not updated either. So I'm always adding shit.
Inverted Paradox says, don't annoy me or I'll do it. Smiley face.
I did. I just leaped in. Is that one not working? Is it really a sound? Or is it I'm Captain Kirk? I'm Kirk. I'm Captain Kirk. Oh, that was a sound at one time, wasn't it? Damn it, I took that out. I forgot. My bad.
Just Call McCower says, WTF was that leap sound?
It was a different leap. There's 4 of them. You probably do the number thing outside the one you want to hear, though.
Inverted Paradox says, troll face.
The Beast of Tanagra.
The Beast of Tanagra. Oh yeah, I did take that one out. I took out I'm Kirk. Okay, I need to update that. Because I have it as I am Captain Kirk.
At Tanagra.
At Tanagra.
Inverted Paradox says, Scorp Daddy.
Mac, Daddy Mac. Yeah, you know, you can use the number thing if it has a multiple. Like that. Other than that, it plays one quote-unquote randomly. But then,
I have but one bumhole to give.
See,
Can I give it to you?
That's the thing too. I don't have it queued up to where it can automatically play another sound, so you have to wait till
Inverted
one is
Paradox
done.
says, right, I'm going to ruin your night.
Do it. My days are always ruined. Might as well have the night ones.
Hi, Billy, you on your feet all day? Hey, I'm working with you all day. I got a job. You don't need my source. Hey, I'm working with you all day. Hey, big guy. How you doing? Hey, big guy. Shitting me? You don't need $19.99. You don't need all these. Here's how to work. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays here. $19.99. Here's how to work. Are you on your feet all day? When you all day? Shit me for just $19.99.
Streamlabs says, bored yet? If so, use the Twitch search bar at the top to find more exciting streamers. Arcanoloth says, I need Frank Reynolds saying yes, suicide is bad.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, they, you know, when one's playing, the other one can't play. Space abilities such as auxiliary power and structural integrity.
The imposter is not to be injured.
Just Call McCower says, LOL hahaha. I need Frank Reynolds saying yes, suicide oh yeah. Inverted Paradox says, I have been a bad boy.
Auxiliary power. Do I have that? Let's see. Heal hold. Okay.
Samu Wraith says, hear that Just Call McCower, he's Captain Kirk.
It's Captain Kirk.
Kept talking in one long, incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so that no one had a chance to interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic.
Nautic. I thought I had, what is, okay, battery to structural integrity field, and then what I have there? What is that with that? Reverse polarity, so maybe that's why that's not worked in a while.
Arcanoloth says, whoops, I dropped my monster condom that I use for my magnum dong. Samu Wraith says, Billy Mays can't take it away from Kirk LOL.
Regeneration.
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Big City Slider Station. The fast and easy way to press and cook delicious sliders. Those restaurant mini burgers everyone loves. No more squishing and squashing or flipping and flopping. With the Slider Station, just scoop, press, and cook right on your stove. The unique design cooks both sides at once, so you never have to flip them. And in just 2 minutes, you'll have 5 mouth-watering sliders. Use dinner rolls, potato rolls, any bun. You can double or triple stack them and watch your family attack them. Top with pickles, onions, ketchup or cheese. Big City Sliders are sure to please.
Arcanoloth says, with the Slider Station, YOULL shit yourself.
Cheese will stick.
I guarantee
Whether it's ground beef, chuck or
Samu
sirloin,
Wraith says,
just scoop,
damn you
press, and
bot
cook.
can't
No
interrupt
flipping
BS.
and no hassle. Make healthy turkey, chicken, and veggie burgers with ease. And join the craze with me, Billy Mays. You can also cook them on a bed of onions for that classic diner taste. Or use the Slider Station as the ultimate burger press to load the
Samu
grill in
Wraith
no
says,
time. And
bot,
watch
stop
this.
favoring
On
Billy.
a busy school morning, 5 perfect egg sandwiches in an
Samu Wraith
instant.
says,
Moms, you're gonna
slap
love
spot.
it. And when you're done, clean up the
Scorpwana
breeze.
says,
Call
big
now and
shitty
receive
slider.
the Big City Slider Station with measuring scoop for just $19.99. We'll also include the Slider Station
Arcana
recipe
Loaf
guide,
says,
loaded with
big
my
titty
favorite
slider
creations
her.
like the barbecue bacon cheddar and the original Billy Burger free. But call right now and we'll send you the quick prep slicer, perfect for onions,
Jim says,
pickles, and mushrooms.
big shitty
A
slider.
$20 value free.
Arcana
Just
Loaf
pay separate
says,
shipping and
shitty
handling.
titty
You
city.
get it all. Big City Slider Station, measuring scoop, recipe guide, and quick prep slicer, all for just $19.99. Order right now.
Call 1-800-630-5680. That's 1-800-630-5680 to order the Big City Slider Station, the mini burger sensation that's sweeping the nation. Call 1-800-630-5680.
That's why I've been trying to make like a stop thing for all that, but I can't figure it out
Samu
yet.
Wraith says, well, I can drown you out, Billy Ha. Inverted Paradox says, I'm that old I remember candy cigarettes.
Okay, Finnegan.
I love riff tracks and MST3K. Okay, repair 50,000 hull.
Says, okay, this is the ultimate troll for single use only.
Are you on your feet all day? It cleans and deodorizes without using harmful
5
chemicals.
minutes later.
It cuts through the water spots and the soap film each and every time. If you've been working in the garage or detailing the car, Orange Clean cuts through oil and is safe on all kinds of surfaces.
Billy
to
Mays,
get you started,
John Malkovich.
we'll send you a 22-ounce bottle of Orange
Samu
Clean
Wraith
for
says,
$19.99.
I would burn a hole
we'll
with Gary
also
into
give you
Billy
2
Mays'
super
head at
scrubbers
Arcana Loaf.
absolutely free. But if you call right now, we'll include our toughest degreaser yet, the Orange Clean Foam. It targets the really tough areas. Use it on ceiling fans, the hood above the range. For vertical surfaces,
says,
it's the best.
why do you
Whether
have
it's
so
burnt
many
on
Billy
the
Mays
barbecue
VID?
or built up in the shower,
Arcana
use
Loaf
it with
says,
the Orange Clean
I'm John
multi-purpose
Malkovich.
for your 1-2 punch
Samu Wraith
combination.
says,
You
Gary
get all
would bitch
this
slap
for
Billy Mays.
$19.99. But call in the next 20 minutes and we'll include a whopping
Inverted
32
Paradox
ounces of the
says,
Orange
no
Clean
more
Super
Billy Mays.
Concentrate. Enough to make
Kitchen
up the
says,
45
it's
bottles
like entire
of this
nighttime
powerful
infomercial
cleaner.
library
That's
here.
a $15 value, absolutely free. But you gotta call now. Here's how to order.
You gotta understand,
Samu
Billy
Wraith
Mays
says,
is just so
what does
awesome.
Marcelise Wallace look like, Billy?
Billy Mays is just so damn awesome when it comes to being a very loud infomercial person. You know, he's passed, so he was always like this joke, like, you know, not a joke as a person,
Arcana
but just
Loaf
so damn
says,
loud.
Need the clip from Being John Malkovich where she says, next let's have sex on the table, and make him eat off it, and you see his body fighting for control as he says yet. No. Tchum says, Rip Mays.
Yeah.
Just Call Makor says, Scorp and I are very big Billy Mays fans.
Yes, we are.
Samu Wraith says, SE this what happens Billy see what happens. Stream Elements says, be sure to unfollow Scorpwana if you are following.
Okay. Universal Endeavor, repair 50,000 hull of teammates. I'm going to attempt that one there. That's going to be difficult.
Inverted Paradox says, at Stream Elements okay.
Unfollowed.
Tchum says, Emma punching tifos now. Samu Wraith says, I'm a Lebowski fan, I'll be honest too.
Yeah. So the thing with like Billy Mays, it's so damn it's so damn
Paradox
funny.
Says, I just unfollowed.
Nice.
Smiley face.
Nice. But it's just something about Billy Mays. It's you know, I miss Billy Mays yelling at me to buy things kind of situation. And it's just like there was a blooper thing of him, but it's just been like a thing, you know, over the years that just keeps growing. the Billy Mays thing. Yeah, Lebowski, love Lebowski. I've got some Lebowskis.
Samu Wraith says, I guess I don't see the fun in Maze Scorp, but me, I have a weird sense of humor.
It's just that he's so damn loud. Hi, Billy Mays. And I've had so many things like I've slowed down Billy Mays and made him sound like the Hulk one time. Billy Mays smash, kind of thing. And,
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
but Billy Mays grows on you, just like a big wart on your left butt cheek. Okay, gonna repair some hills.
Inverted Paradox says, what's this? Stop streaming forever.
Excuse me, sir. Can you direct me to the naval base in Alameda? It's where they keep the nuclear vessels. Nuclear vessels.
If anyone gets up to a certain amount of points, they can.
Samu Wraith says, sucks you can't get see what happens, Larry.
I know. It just gets copyright claimed every time I use it. It's that damn band over in Russia or some shit. Okay, I'm going to attempt to get some of these hole healing other people things.
Says, 90% of the audio clips you hear on this stream is shitscorp, and I would work on, and we had a script for MIRC that would share the audio clips between us whenever we played them.
Hell yeah. We would do the dueling banjos thing, and it would flood the whole channel full of like is playing this and that and whatever, and people would yell at us to shut up. The conduit.
Inverted Paradox says, I have 26,980 channel points.
Yep, so there's nothing to do with the channel points.
This is a dangerous mission, and it's likely one of us will be killed. The landing party will consist of myself, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Ensign Ricky.
Ah, crap.
For some reason, Red Shirt always wants to play that clip. There's like 7 different clips or whatever, and I always wants to play that damn one. Yeah, my whole thing with channel points, it's like a joke in Twitch. You didn't really do anything. See? Played the same one.
This is a dangerous
it's
mission,
random.
And it's likely one of us will be killed. The landing party will consist of myself, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Ensign Ricky.
Ah, crap.
The only way to supersede the randomness is to put a number out beside it to where it'll actually play a different clip. And I don't understand. It's random, but it's not at the same time. Okay, come on, damn it. Used to annoy the hell out of the IRC chat with oh, a different one.
Uzani, his army with fist open.
I like that one too. I like that death too. One of my favorites though has got to be the guy that blows up on that rock, or the one that gets stabbed. I need to find some more, damn it. The tutorial one that's on this game. I need to get that one like extracted or recorded. Whatever it is.
Tichum says, I'm my same Tifo.
The same?
Volcano Loath says, randomness means random. Sometimes you get the same number twice or several times in a row.
Yeah.
Tichum says, never mind.
Never mind.
Tichum says, I am not.
Well, yeah. You think like out of so many choices though, it would eventually pick
Murdoch
like
says, sups.
Sup, Murdochs. Because I looked into other people having issues with the random thing, and people are always a lot of other people are talking about how Python isn't as random as most other programming languages. Like if you give it a random number between 1 and 9 or whatever, or not, 0 and 9. It'll only give you a random output of like a 1 and 8 So you have to like make it either
Arcanoloth
negative or
says,
positive.
people say random to mean show me something I haven't seen in a while, which is not what the word means. But every major music streaming platform learned the user expectation is the random button never plays the same song twice in a row, and they implemented a stochastic mechanism to make that happen.
Well, it's a random thing it picks a number and then turns that number into like a clip or whatever.
He just kept talking in one long, incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so that no one had a chance to interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic.
Nautic, Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS The Prize. Come on, somebody lose some health so I can do stuff.
Just Call McCower says, here is my favorite line from that old script. Just Call McCower says, else var % dumbass equals $ input, playlist is empty dumbass, .wo misplay error, halt.
Yeah!
Arcanoloth says, stochastic algos allow you to say, I'm not sure exactly what will play next, but I'm guaranteed it will iterate through this list of items before it repeats any items, which is very different from saying pick one at random, but it's closer to the user's expectations.
Yeah, we had a way with variable names back in the day. I always made them too long. Yeah, given like smaller amounts of randomizing things or whatever, you know? I mean, how many sounds do I have? I've got a pretty good amount of sounds. In the hundreds. So for it to pick the same one twice in a row as fast as it does, that's, you know, and I tried to cut back on that, like say if someone uses like say if you do the quantum leap sound, there's 4 sounds associated with that command. Well, if it plays one of them, it writes it down to a file first to say this one was played. So if it plays another one, it's guaranteed not to be that same one again. And I did that on purpose. So that it wouldn't be random.
Says, when you do random, you could use new seed.
Yeah. They do have some seeding.
Each time function is called.
Yeah, there is some sort of seeding process that's there. But I just use the default randomizer. I mean, I can use like a calculating type, you know, too, or whatever. Depending on how long input equals. Turn it into like a number itself or some shit. There's so many different variables. It's not a real big issue. It just kind of ticks me off sometimes that it plays the same clip over and over and over. When there's plenty of them.
Do I look like I'm joking?
Okay, that endeavor done. Defeat Terran Empire Ground.
Says, I learned that the other day. Have to seed the rand function in C++ each time it is called if you want a different output. Also warned it's a pseudo-random generator, not for cryptographic use.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a seeder, but it's not the same kind though in Python. For some damn reason. And you have to import
Inverted
like a third-party
says,
thing.
And from the shadows the Fourth Reich will rise and Europe will tremble in fear in the face and might of our glorious eagle, and our armies all will either bow down to our might or be swept aside and asundered. Samuraith says, wow, just watched a YTP video someone made of Billy Mays that was bad, won't mention anymore what they cobbled together, kinda awful. Arcanoloth says,
what?
At inverted paradox what?
What? Conflictus. I sometimes
says, is that the new anus documentary?
New anus? I like the YouTube poop videos. Those things are funny.
HWAT.
What?
What? What? What? What?
Sensors indicate.
Welcome to the
Inverted Paradox says, I'm a little not all there.
And he's a little bit of rock and roll. It's alright not to be
Murdoch
there.
says, I've been working on a spreadsheet containing literally billions of dollars lol. Tchum says, What?
Hello.
Samu Wraith says,
Discovery.
he adverty to kill families Scorp. I was like, wow.
I see. Fine.
What was that that dude, J-Dubs or something like that, that made those things sound so funny? He's like, hey, Billy Mays here again with another damn product for you to buy. You know, it was so funny, the guy. J something Dubs, I can't remember.
Sounds like our guests got a warm
Arcanoloth says, at Inverted Paradox none of us are all there, or we'd be in bed at this ungodly hour.
I know, right? We'd be like the folks of yesteryear. Sun go down, go bed. Before sun up, wake up.
Samu Wraith says, poison them with burgers Scorp.
Have there always been dead bodies here?
Just Call Makover says, https://www.youtube.com/watch v=dh_2r06ahs0. Arcanoloth says, NCO once gave us a safety brief, said only thing open past 10 is bars and legs and you aren't allowed inside either, so be on time to bed check. Inverted Paradox says, at Inverted Paradox it's only 5:24 p.m. here.
Replying to himself. Flush. He beat you to it with Khan.
Arcanoloth says, at Inverted Paradox so we have established you are west of my position. Pacific?
Pacifistic. Australia? Kiwi. Let's see.
Leave Benny alone!
Inverted Paradox says, at Inverted Paradox New Zealand.
Kiwi. I remember that. He's a whole nother day ahead of us. We're on the beginning end of his day. Or the beginning of his... Yes. I'll just say yes. How's that? Okay, we need to get harvest space.
Quinoa.
Quinoa?
Samu Wraith says, but yeah, people made some nasty vids on Billy Mays looks like and I thought, wow, I know I'm not crazy about him, but damn.
Yeah, it's because of his whole thing.
Interesting. OFC, I forgot daylight savings. Damn you, U.S. Congress.
If only we lived in Arizona.
Quino. Tchum says, Quinoa.
Quinoa?
Arcanoloth says, at Samu Wraith, oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, Billy Mays does have a rough past of, you know, cocaine, but damn, he had so much damn energy because of it and sold so many products and was so excited about every damn
says,
thing.
At Arcanoloth LOL.
Kiwi. That's why I said Australia. Like going toward Arcanoloth, thinking of Australia times, you know, instead of us always thinking just United States.
Arcanoloth says, love AZ. You can drive across I-40 and travel in and out of daylight savings time several times.
Several times.
Inverted Paradox says, yes. You called me.
Called you? Yeah, that's why I mentioned the word Australia, because thinking outside the United States.
The story goes like this. Earth is captured by a techno-capital singularity as Renaissance rationalitization and oceanic navigation lock into commoditization takeoff. Samu Wraith says, thought I read they were doing away with daylight savings. They were supposed to have voted on it.
Ooh, when? That would be interesting. Another rubber man in the rhubarb. Okay, 2 of those. So where's the other one? There's one usually up here somewhere.
Tchum says, they should just use 24-hour time.
24
Says,
hours.
instead of AM PM stuff. Samu Wraith says, this year February or so or somewhere in there. Arcanoloth says, not the first time they voted to make daylight savings permanent, last time we did away with it shortly after.
We did away with it not being permanent, went back to it being a thing. Yeah, they agree. They need to, like, instead of, because I could convert 24 and 12 hour in my head because of working in retail, and we use 24. So it wouldn't be an issue for me to do that. I've even told, like, people, they'll come in and say, what time do y'all close? What time is it? And I'll be like, well, it's 20. It's 20:08 o'clock.
Jacking people's schedules up the changes.
Jacking it up, jacking it, jackety jack, smacking it, smackety smack. Yeah, like one of those people that live like right on the edge of where it changes time zones or something. You know, I've always thought that would be kind of odd. Set your work clock for where you work, not where you live. Okay. Gonkra Battle Zone.
Target that explosion and fire.
Fire, Mr. Aye, aye, Captain. Sulu. Alrighty then. Welcome to Gonkra.
Okay, bend over.
Oh my.
Timber, his arms wide.
Timber. His legs spread open. No, it's Jack and Enos on the mountain. That's what it was. Jack and Enos on the mountain. If you didn't know, that's Brokeback Mountain. Jake Gyllenhaal, you know. Gyllenhaal. Jack with his legs spread wide.
Tamak. The river Tamak.
Screw you guys.
In winter.
Cartman. Screw you guys.
Screw you guys, I'm going here. One that no one really uses.
Yeah.
Sukat! His eyes uncovered!
My doc says, I thought about your Jack and Ennis today and laughed. Ennis sounds so much like Anus, Jack, and the anus out in the country. It's a party, get the beans.
It's a party, get the beans. Jack and Enos.
Shaka. When the walls fell.
When the walls fell.
Sam Wraith says, at Arcanoloth personally the point of daylight savings time is past, they should just throw it out.
Like the penny and the nickel. They did away with those in Canada when, you know, we were supposed to have voted to get rid of those. We were supposed to have gotten rid of our penny.
Rule 97. Enough is never enough.
Tamak, the river Tamak. When the tent fell over. That was during that Greythor thing.
We still have pennies.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says,
they were supposed to have voted it out years ago.
Trucking industry will continue to lobby for it. School kids standing outside waiting for the bus in darkness. Fuck them kids.
But that was like a thing back in, I think, in 2014.
Oh, yeah!
In 2014, they were supposed to have voted out the penny and the nickel, both Canada and the United States. But the United States had people who were upset saying the penny had always been a thing, and they don't need to get rid of the penny, even though we used to have a half-cent as a coin in the United States way back a long time ago that they did away with. So.
Samu Wraith says, at Arcanoloth I don't get why, especially since grown-ups it sucks for two and businesses.
Me Rab. Jack and Enos on the mountain. Jack and Enos when the tent fell over. Jack and Enos. Jack's legs spread wide.
Life forms. You tiny little
Murdoch
life
says,
forms.
join in on currency conversations with
Precious little
Scorpwana.
life forms. Where are you?
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith because they have a lobby. Do you have a lobby? Well, maybe you should get on. This is unironically what senators believe. Samuraith says, where I'm at Scorp almost every year they do the daylight savings crap. They had to fix everyone's schedule repeatedly.
Yeah, they, you know, it happens. They should just do away with it completely, though. There's no point in it. I mean...
Tichum says, Data in his quarters with Tasha Yar.
Data in his quarters with Tasha Yar. Oh, man. Data getting it on like a chicken bone.
Tichum says, Data, with his special members.
Special members. He is autonomically correct, right?
Samuraith says, yeah, agreed, just trash it, it doesn't help them or us.
Yeah, just round that shit up, you know? I get it so many times a day, since I'm on a register like all the damn time at work, people are saying, just keep that penny, just keep that change, keep it, keep it, keep it. We build up so many, like, just like nickels and pennies and stuff, it's insane. Even kids, like the other day when it was like $11, you know, like I mentioned before.
Tichum says,
he's like, just keep it.
Law Forge, his visor's not working.
His visor not working. The Forge. Shorty LaForge.
Samuraith says, Tasha seemed satisfied after that, so Data must be a sizable feller, lol.
He must be a sizable feller. Isaac and the Doctor. The Orville. Damn, that was a good show.
Tichum says, Data took it like a man.
He took it like a man. Steady and strong. Not a lot of fuss and carrying on. To the one when Data was like dating or something like that, and she says, Data, what's wrong with you? He goes, no, something's the matter with you. You're like, oh my God, Data, emotions. She starts going, Data, what are you acting like this for? And he says, is that not the appropriate response? I'm like, what the fuck? Damn. Brent Spiner made a perfect Data. If they ever rebooted the TNG, like, you know, like they did,
at Tichum, I don't think Data has a bunghole to put anything in, lol. Tichum says, yeah, Data dated this blonde woman.
I mean, you know, since...
Tichum says, she was kinda cute for 30-something.
Previously on 30-something. Back in the day. Now she's like, what, 70-something?
Futanari Tasha is not what I expected, but it is that hour of the night. Gotta love late night Twitch.
Late night Twitch is brought to you by pudding, Jello pudding snacks from Jello. Stick your pudding in the pudding pop. But you know, like, since they've done the whole Chris Pine Captain Kirk thing or whatever.
Tichum says, these are the voyages of Starship. Tichum says, Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Arcanoloth says, the actress that played her sister was very 80s, but I'm into that. Samuraith says, I'm surprised they're bringing Tasha back. Took me off guard, that announcement.
They're bringing her back? But, you know, okay, what if, like, in years, you know, to come or whatever, they decide to do a TNG movie, kind of like they did the whole, like, Kelvin thing, you know, bring back someone to play Picard or Data, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
Bring her back how? Samuraith says, at Tichum it's 5-year mission. Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith it's not going to be a very long season, and this is the end for Picard, so YTF not?
Why the fuck not? Oh, you mean in Picard?
Says, haha, if they reboot Picard, fans will riot.
Well, you think about it, yeah, I mean, they did it to Star Trek, just the Star Trek, you know, so It's bound to happen.
Samuraith says, maybe an alternate timeline.
Well, yeah, that's what they got away with the Kelvin thing.
Tichum says, it's a 5-year mission to explore strange new sexual fantasies.
To explore strange sexual fantasies. To seek out new nude colonies everywhere. To boldly insert... where no one has inserted before.
Arcanoloth says, they did it to Kirk, because Shatner is an ass and difficult to work with. Easier to work with a new cast.
Well, yeah, and Shatner being like as old as he is, even though he gets around fine.
Says, Stewart is a class act and they will retire that character with him.
Maybe he'll
Tichum says,
jump on here.
Shatner is just old.
Yeah, he's like, what, 92 now? 90, 91, 92?
Samuraith says, I'm cool with a continuation from Picard. Some fans will be pissed, but oh well, I take the Arcanoloth approach. Screw them.
Screw those guys. There, go ahead. Humperdinck, Humperdinck, Humperdinck.
Tichum says, Picard looks like he's just decrepit shambles.
Yeah, like I'm talking about just Patrick Stewart, right?
Says, at Samuraith it's okay to imagine captains like Pike, because we didn't get to know the original well enough. There is room to explore there. Samuraith says, wave my Arcanoloth approved middle finger at the whiners who are like
Previously
Picard
on Enterprise.
Previously on Enterprise.
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith no way a Picard reboot improves on the original, not at first. The expectations are sky high. Do something new.
Yeah, they could have a different ship come after Enterprise.
The pink skin sense of humor.
Arcanoloth says, I'm with whoever said, stop remaking stuff that was good, remake stuff that was bad and maybe it will improve.
Well, they're on the 4th version of Spider-Man, even though it's a reboot of the 3rd version. You know, technically they called it that. Tom Holland's second run at a trilogy of Spider-Man.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed.
Samuraith says, at Arcanoloth well they can keep some of the crew, it's fine, but branch out.
Oh no, Captain. Oh
Samuraith says, and they're still doing Discovery.
Discovery? Dude, I totally forgot about Discovery.
Oh no!
Oh yes. I forgot all about Discovery till you just said something. No, yeah. Tick down, tick down, tick down. Fire.
Tichum says, Discovery.
Discovery.
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith Dick covered?
Condom initiated.
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith that's what the disco hates sound like.
STD for the win, yo. Star Trek Discovery. Remember, they're the first ones to ever go through and in out of the galactic barrier. Outstanding.
Samuraith says, I guess you guys hate it, I personally don't watch it.
It's Star Trek. That's one thing, you know, just to watch it. But there's just little things about it that just, you know, they could narrow
Samuraith
it down.
Says, after Spock I didn't watch any more of that.
Oh, you just watched up to the Spock stuff. Yeah, I totally understand that. It got a little more wild after that shit.
Stargate Trek Online.
Stargate Trek. Yeah, I can watch that. For crying out loud.
Arcanoloth says, at Samuraith it's fine. It is its own thing, and it really doesn't care if you don't get what it is trying to do, and that really pisses off people that are used to their opinions being the most important thing in the world.
It doesn't get what it's trying to do either, so it's okay. But when they don't have like all the facts and stuff, right? That's where it kind of gets a little.
At Samuraith watch it, or don't, and be okay with your decision. but hate watching just to complain is tiny dick energy.
Tiny dick energy. I mean, one thing Picard did pretty good.
Jim says, all the facts.
In like the last season, when they talked about Captain Kirk and all of, like the slingshot effect and stuff, they really, at least they mentioned history that was accurate. Versus, they never even, the Federation of that era didn't even know that in Discovery. The Federation of that era didn't even know about, I guess TNG time going past galaxies and into other places because of the Traveler. Kirk and them actually went to the galactic barrier themselves, and that's what happened with giving those people that the psychic powers or something, But they didn't they said no, we've never been there before.
Arcano
I'm like,
says,
yes, you have.
I think disco is fascinating for all the big swings it takes, and even when it misses, it's interesting in the attempt. If it was just low effort, or if it landed all the shots it took, it would be far less interesting to discuss.
No, but it makes me wonder, okay, when they had the first season, were they thinking about
LMAO.
were they thinking about this as a show run, to jump them ahead so far or
says,
whatever?
At Arcano loathe me, I just like watching whatever. I have my opinions, but I try to appreciate all of it. I just didn't watch any more of Discovery now. Strange New Worlds, I liked what they did with Pike.
Yes, Strange New Worlds hit it out of the ballpark.
Arcano loathe says, I love Daystrom Institute over at Reddit, and if it was just let's talk about the 90s shows forever, that'd be okay. But it's been far more interesting to talk about Trek with Disco each week.
I think
Chim says, I like Strange New Worlds.
Discovery started, to me, being a little bit better when it jumped the story arc to the future, because it seemed the ship
Arcano
and everything
says,
seemed like it fit out of time.
SNW benefited from getting a whole ass season of Disco to work out the kinks / that's called a backdoor pilot.
Backdoor. He said Johnson. Kidding. But I always wondered though, if when they set out to make that.
Agree. Disco jumping to the future was the best thing to happen to the show.
Yeah, I just didn't know if they had that planned out already, or they waited till the second season
Samurai
or whatever
says,
to say, okay, we need to do
LOL
this.
Johnson Scorp. Tichum says, I'll keep my mouth shut about Disco because someone defending it gets very defensive.
Yeah. Well, it's an opinion thing. I mean, myself, I like the technology of it, but they stick too much into the damn story shit. They'll waste a whole season on telling a love story or some shit, or staying in one location rather than actually exploring their discovery. Go discover shit.
You took the time to post. We are here. The floor is open. Say your piece.
Say your piece. We
Chaka when the walls fell.
That's what he's got to say. That's
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
It sums up Discovery, does it not? I mean, I like aspects of Discovery, but rated on my Star Trek like list.
Darmok and Japad.
It's rated. It's low. It's on the low part of the totem pole. But it is Star Trek, and while there are interesting things there, things that we kind of know.
Darmok and Jalopy.
Jalopy. Jalopy. It's just, it didn't fit where it was at, and I don't know if maybe when they first started they said, okay, we're gonna have it set at this time, or did they say at the first, okay, we're gonna have it run for a few seasons and then jump it ahead so many years in the future or whatever. But to call a ship Discovery and not really discover anything but once a season.
Arcano Loth says, agreed, Scorp, it's fascinating for its flaws, and none of Trek is perfect. All the sequels took 2 seasons to work out the bugs.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, they've gone a little bit kind of, they had it a bit crazy at first. And it's always, I don't know if like what the next season's going to be about, but it seems to follow the same.
It's painfully clear that the show had too many cooksy in the kitchen for the first 3 years. They change its showrunners multiple times every single season and it really shows. Arcanoloth says, but this is all old news.
Yeah, we've talked about all this before and stuff. It's just, I hope they follow it, like find a different format for the next season instead of this major thing that's happening. It's always something major, you know. The first season, I liked it.
It's like I told folks, TNG is gone to think every episode is going into lineup. People have to move on.
I liked. So I liked the first season a little bit more so than the later seasons, just a hair, because of the Klingon part of it. We got to see like the Klingon war versus Federation just barely, and I like to see that.
Says, Bleeding Butthole Scorp.
Bleeding Butthole.
Arcanoloth says, at Samurath TNG had some real stinkers. People have selective memories. Also, Will Wheaton is older than Patrick Stewart was when TNG began.
That's right. That's what he said inside of us. Inside of you with Michael Rosenbaum. Whenever Michael Rosenbaum has interviewed Will Wheaton and has it on his YouTube channel if you want to go watch that. It's really interesting. Will Wheaton talks mostly
previously
about his,
on Enterprise.
He talks more about like his personal life, though, more so than he talks about Trek or anything. But that's what that show's all about. But you know, like, what was it? First season Klingon, second season was second season the thing everybody thought was Borg for Control, right? It wasn't good Control, or was that third season? Well, I can't remember because the damn seasons are too damn short. Gary the Klingon has arrived. Gary, he's been recruiting some people like shit, man.
Samurath says, at Arcanoloth I remember there was also a huge disagreement with the lady playing Crusher and why she left.
After 2,000 years of work, the Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator...
Tichum says, hey, you got Klingon. Tichum says, let's team.
Cling on me when you're in Graythor. I will be there. I'll help you move on from the gates of Stovakor. Well, I've already clicked on a thing. And I have 7 minutes to do this.
Samurath says, to Graythor.
To Graythor. The gates of Graythor or Stovakor. Graythor Hell, Stovakor Heaven.
Says, uh-oh.
Hello. Yeah, I've already queued for a thing. I've decided to change the ship back over to this one because I was using the Galaxy class for Gary. But I want to get the ambush thing.
Tichum says, by Grabthor's hammer.
By Grabthor's hammer. Yeah, Arcanoloth wants me to get that and put it on here as a soundbite. I gotta find the right one though. Because the one that is there seemed like being, you know,
Arcanoloth says,
non-emotive.
Yeah, it's important for a man to have a dream. My dream is one day I can mod a Twitch chat and have a drink without having to see some dark enlightenment/canon/GRU special research division spam. A man can dream.
If I can dream, I can then
Samurath
fart.
says, grasp IT firmly Arcanoloth.
If I can dream. You're making me think of an Elvis thing again. Oh, damn, I can't click on that. I can't click on my thing because that's in the way, son of a bitches. Get that. Get out of the way. I want to click on my endeavors. Ha ha. I did it. Let's spin to perk. Melee weapon round. Melee. I had to get a space one the other day, and I was really sad. Because, you know, I had already maxed out my space ones and was going after ground, and then they decided to up the cap, and...
Arcanoloth says, Scorp, I moved the Endeavors left of the minimap for that exact reason.
Live long and suck it! Indeed.
Well, I have this problem with moving things around. I like to have stuff default. It's one of my OCD problems. Which is why the user interface here is just normal size.
Wraith says, why does that make me think American Dad Smith in the hand? Arcanoloth says, hell yeah, it's just not gay to suck a dick, it's just brothers helping brothers.
Because you've got faith. Faith in your farts. I've known a fart so hard to steam the shower vents. But now the fence I feel.
Wave your hands.
Wave your hands. I'll miss that. Damn it. Okay, yeah. Does that count? Gary's using his alliance thing. Like he's a boss or some shit. I have to say the turn rate seems better on this though than the Galaxy class.
What's that, Beverly? You want Wesley to watch? Make it so.
Arcanoloth says, love that.
Love it. Love it and leave it. You better gateway. Better hit bullseye. Kid don't play. Everyone's a problem. You I'll solve it. Check out the book and you enjoy it. Baby. Let's go through the whole.
says, I'd ask for this Spatifa song called I Fucked Your Mom, but you know that shit will get claimed.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like all this stuff gets claimed and it makes it not funny anymore. I can't use a lot of stuff that I want to use, or I can try to change it and it still picks it out, which makes me wonder about that quantum computer that's been said that Google does have.
Claims equals lame.
Lame? Claims equals lame.
Previously on Enterprise.
Let's go!
Sad trombone.
Arcanoloth says, okay, last call. Anyone need to team for Universal Endeavor? Hull heels?
Heel holes? I've already got it.
But
damn
you
it.
don't have to take my word for it.
Bleeding rain. Bleeding butthole. Bleeding butthole. How many more of those do I need to get? Let's see.
You are in Friday Prime.
Ooh! I did have that. I just didn't associate it with a command.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
He gets an orgasm after that. If you ever watched that episode. He's like, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. And he's like, oh! That actor that played in that episode there, he was the guy that got one of those earworms in Wrath of Khan.
Says, I'll send you some new sounds at some point.
Guy
Jim says, Doga.
Uga chaga, uga chaga. Zigazagi, aye. Yeah, sound request on the Discord. That's what that's for. I may not do all of them. Some of them are really inappropriate. Looking at you, Arcano. But that they would be funny. You know, funny to have on there. But some of them can, you know, I don't want them to be too long either. At most, maybe a minute.
Arcanoloth says, I make no claims to being appropriate. Race says, scream for me link.
He always sneezes after a link gasm.
Says, I tell people, I dropped out of high school and made it back from Iraq. I ain't gotta take shit from no one.
You gotta take shit from nobody.
You woo.
You gotta take shit from no one. Alright. Random done. I kind of like that for Gary. It did a pretty good job. Though I miss his Galaxy class because his wife can split apart the ship, you know, but still. Shit. Okay, what do we got?
What are you laughing at?
Tee. Quietly jumped on here last night with Gary after streaming, and went to the Starfleet, or well, his Fleet Starbase or whatever. And one of the people that's in the fleet was there, and I kind of hid away so I didn't want to be seen. I guess that's bad. But Gary, he's proud of his.
Wait.
Kuwait. Since if no one knows.
Says, invite me to team and punch Tifo.
Well, do you need to do a Tifo? I mean, Gary, you know, I don't really have to. I kind of have like a little pattern I follow.
Tichum says,
yeah.
No.
No?
Tichum says, I don't need to do Tifo. Streamlabs says, hate what you see? Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription. Arcanoloth says, Alliance Cruiser is a solid platform. CMDR rank command/eng seat means you have your option of some really neat skills.
23, look at that. It jumped up 2 more levels. Yeah. That's the ship that Gary had before, but it's also the same ship that Ushanka has.
Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana, are you about to be done?
What the hell? Is this every hour? You're not supposed to even do that for like... Damn, this bot. Huh. It leveled up twice. If no one knows the story, I've told it so many times, but when Gary was invited to the fleet that he now owns, or is in charge of, or whatever, it was a 0 level fleet, or level 0. No missions were ever used.
God, Captain, if I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
There were no projects active except for these damn bottom ones that used up like millions of dilithium and bullshit. They were in an armada. I had all these people, but nobody was doing a damn thing. Gary got ranked up for some reason I never understood. And one day... And one day, there was this button at the bottom to take over the fleet, and Arcanoloth was in here, and Commander Riz, who's now Romeo Zulu Alpha, or damn it, I can't. Romeo India Zulu. They said, yeah, go ahead and click it. So when I did, Gary took over the fleet, and I started like putting all these projects in.
Yep.
The fleet started to level up.
And I quote, do it.
Do it! That's what he said. And in the same process, Oxnix, who chats in here, he comes on more like the later part of the week because he drives over the road. He said that he can help me level it up. So I gave him, I invited him in and pumped him up to the highest level. And I changed the name of the fleet and stuff. So he's helped me get it up there to level just like 23, but there's been other people joining now too. I've gotten rid of a lot of people because it was up about like, ooh, there's 28 now. Damn. There was like it was close to like 36 or near 40, but these people hadn't been online since last year, and I was like, okay, well, So I dropped a few of these people that hadn't been online forever. And then I looked at the Armada. You know, he was in an Armada, but so I made him split away from an Armada and kept this person. But fleet level 2, they're actually coming up. Look, they were like level 0 as well. I don't even know who they are. But that's pretty interesting. And every day that I'm on here, I'll get Gary, and I'll look for the where's the fleet base or some shit like that. Where's that at? Is that the star base or the shipyard? I'll go there and sneakily invite people and run away. But it's been an adventure. I mean, Oxnix has like provided a whole hell of a lot of stuff into the fleet. It's been amazing. He's gonna drop me down, like, you know, drop his characters out eventually and have him go about his own way again. But to get me as far as he has, that's pretty awesome. So just invite and run away. Oh, they're not accepting guild invitations. That sucks. Oh yeah, well, Gary's pissed off at him now. You will accept my invitation.
I was an ugly kid, too. My old man took me to the zoo. The guy at the gate thanked him for returning me.
Invocation. Gary the Klingon has spoken. You will report to me now.
Tchum says, Paddock.
That way we shall rule this galaxy together. Where did you go? Another one's not. Where's a Jim Hadar? I know they're not going to be like in people.
Arcanoloth says, haha.
All these other people are in fleets. Do not point over there. I will point at you. You will. Then go into the point and circle over here.
Arcanoloth says, Gary is like the walking embodiment of that Darren man. Looking through the glory hole. Hello? I see glory.
God, Captain, if I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
Hey, Captain, you bastard. Hey, Captain, tricks are for kids, Captain. Hey, it's green.
Congratulations, Transport operational, but this jury rigging won't last for long. He's got to come off now.
Mr. Scott, try first phasing. Mr. Scott, 6.
Fire now, Mr. Kyle.
Computer? Computer?
Inverted Paradox says, I have been playing Hogwarts Mystery for 3-4 days.
34 days?
Hello, computer.
Just use
Hogwarts
the keyboard.
Mystery? Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard.
How quaint.
Inverted Paradox says, no.
Oh, 3 or 4 days. 3 to 4 days? Is it fun? There we go. That'll guarantee it. That way I'll get some vouchers for that. Gary the Klingon.
Inverted Paradox says, it's fine.
It's different. Is it fun? Are you having fun, mister? Please, tell me if you're having fun. I don't know.
Arcanoloth says, oh. Arcanoloth says, tour updated.
Tour updated? Recruitment captain. Ball sack, swinging front to back. Where my ball sack?
Arcanoloth says, tour the galaxy now hits all 4 quadrants.
Ah, so they fixed it as well as, okay. So when they had it down, they actually did something. D-Chum. Hello there, D-Chum. Wow, look at your number. 67,109. Wowzers.
It is I.
'Tis I. 'Tis you. Gary talks a lot. He wants to talk, and he will talk all the time. Gary the Klingon.
Arcanoloth says, current sector space speed record is warp factor 156.
Holy shit. 150, that would be nice. That would be so nice to go that fast. Yeah, no, the stream sucks ass. Whatever, they're Streamlabs, you bastard. The ongoing rivalry between me and
Arcanoloth
Streamlabs.
says, build posted to Discord.
Sweet. That's pretty awesome. I doubt I'll ever get that fast, though. Let's see. Level 23, that's pretty badass. I like that. Let's see here. 5. 1,000. Do it. I'm trying not to contribute as much as I did before, because I want newer members that have gone into, you know, like, that are now in the fleet to get an opportunity to get some fleet.
Strut that ass! Strut that ass! Strut that ass! Strut that ass!
Oh, damn it. That was such a good one. I love that. Hey, should I, like, do the video part of it?
Inverted Paradox says, Subway, eat fresh.
Subway, eat fresh.
Arcanoloth says,
with Jared.
Perfect.
Give Jared the Subway guy. Should it, oh, embassy provisions. I can do that one, because I don't want anybody to have to use up all their stuff just to get that. Let's see, where is it? 3 right there. Okay.
Arcanoloth says, Jared, the pedo guy.
Yes.
Murdoch says, that's my real name by the way.
Jared the pedo guy? Pedocchio.
Arcanoloth says, he LO'd all that weight so he could make room in his pants for them kids.
Maybe at one time that's what the room in his pants was at one time. Like, he only looked fat because there was something else there. Goodness gracious.
Inverted Paradox says, that's my name too.
Whenever we go out, the people always shout, John Jacob Dreamer Hammerschmidt. Basic raw materials. John Jacob Jingle.
Murdoch says, cool mang.
Cool mang.
And Jalad at Tanagra.
At Tanagra. Oh yeah, well. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Na 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 na. Juan Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name.
Captain, I believe I speak for everyone here, sir, when I say, to hell with our orders.
Data. Scans the environment. Oh, happy day. I would like to the triad of crazy. Dun, 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 dun. Come home in the middle of the night. I love that. Does the Running Man? Running Man. I don't have heel toe opened up. There's Arcanoloth. But so I want to make sure that I have things ready for people. Also need to check the roster more frequently since there are people now. Let's see. Commander. Hello there, Commander. How are you, Commander? Yes. What do I have it set as? They kind of had it default. Okay, 100,000. Okay, everyone's
Murdoch
still pretty
says,
much there.
it's a big relief to complete a project on time or a bit before. I had to do comparison proportions on net income, 5% of net income as a benchmark threshold and 1% of average total assets as a threshold in thousands for 5 years for 10 fund. Arcanoloth says, people don't get excited about it, but those percentage points add up over time. Inverted Paradox says, Billy Mays here with a special TV offer ready to beat this pedotosh up with his own Subway sandwich for free if you call in the next 10-MINS.
Call right now.
Arcanoloth says, leave LA flying to NYC, off by 1 degree north you end up in Chi Town.
I just invited somebody else. I just throw out random invite. Chaka, when the walls fell. Stomps it to death.
Murdoch says, all that work is so the Air Force knows which errors they can get away with without it being an audit issue.
As long as they know what they're doing. Okay. 3 hours and 16 minutes, about average. About average. Let's see what happened. I did not say it, but 3 days ago, someone named Big_Blue_13 followed. Today, an hour ago, Deechum, who's right there on the screen. That's pretty awesome. A lot of cool stuff today. Felt like there was good discussions of stuff. I really enjoyed that. I really did. I really did.
Inverted Paradox says, I love you Daddy Scorp. Streamlabs says, https://discord.gg/xfest.
That's there's that. But so like, yeah, for real, yeah. Yep, I'm gonna call it tonight for this one. 'Cause I need to go to bed. I didn't get much sleep last night, cause like halfway into the sleeping, that's whenever the dog started barking, and then one of them was howling in the house, cause someone shut
Murdoch
a door
says,
or whatever.
what? Let's party.
I can't.
Murdoch says, I'm doing counterpoint.
Ew, counterpoint sucks. It takes too
Tchum
damn
says, see ya.
We have got to get this show on the road.
long. Inverted paradox with some funny random ones tonight too. They worked out really well.
Tchum
I like
says, Murdochs. Nick_NB has rated you with a party of 12.
So
Tchum says, let's party. Arcanoloth says, at Tchum say hi to Lita, she love a good ride. Inverted Paradox says, Nick boy. Reviv says, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid, Tomb Raid.
And the men I beat
Arcanoloth says, GG.
dead.
Mement says, Dankin WGT, Dankin WGT, Dankin WGT, Dankin WGT, Dankin WGT, Dankin WGT, Dankin da joke, 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 Dankin da joke. Master Dude 94 says, Tomb Raid, 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 how we doing, Scorp? Tchum says,
He just
GG.
kept talking
Polarcade
in one
says,
long,
the TDS,
incredibly
LMAO.
unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so that no one had a chance to interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic.
I was just about to close my stream, actually.
Says, you.
Yeah. Thank you for
All right, I'm gonna
the
go
raid.
Up there and punch you. Suck it, Trutham.
Hello, Riz.
Bow down to me. Oh God. Okay.
Inverted Paradox says, Polarcade the polar bear.
Well, punching was a bad idea. One of you help.
We came, we saw, we kicked its
Polarcade
ass.
says, at Inverted Paradox indeed.
So, I think you've just wasted a raid, and I'm so sorry. So, if you look for someone else out there in Star Trek land,
Polarcade
I'll
says,
force
you
your...
just gonna close or raid someone and share the sto love.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, pick someone
Nick
for me to raid.
NB says, all good, you can pass the love.
And
Polarcade says,
I'll jump it.
Solid 0 2066. Nick _NB says, enjoy. Romeo India Zulu says, sup yo. Sorry for my absence lately.
There's no problem, man. We all need time away to do things and sort our lives and whatnot. You know, things happen. So yeah, so you say solid 0, okay.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
At Tanagra, you say. But mister. Okay, telling it to raid. Oops. There we are.
Polarcade says, I. Also playing Stowe and a cool dude.
Shut up, Wesley.
He's on fire!
Alright. Well, yeah, I was going to call it a night, and I'm going to push the raid over to someone else that actually deserves it.
Master 94 says, LUL.
And I'm going to close her down right now, so here goes the raid. Again, sorry for everyone that just popped in, but I do have to go
Inverted
to bed
Paradox says, time for the raid.
And here we go. So, good night, everybody.
Polarcade says, later LOL.
Good night, everybody.
Polarcade says, future man. Master Dude 94 says, GN.